Hello, and welcome to the Rag Company Q&A Thursdays, our favorite time of the week.
It's always fun.
Maybe I'm speaking for myself, but I think we all enjoy it.
It's a great time, Dan.
And obviously, table's a bit of a cornucopia of things, so there's a lot going on.
Cornucopia of delicious,
yeah, just things you can drink and not drink, mostly not drink.
You'll get very sick. Yes.
Don't be doing that. But Anthony, I believe you have some information for us to share at the top here.
I do, Dan. I got something like that.
All right, lay it on us.
As always, welcome to Q&A Thursday. If you're new here, this is a weekly thing where we answer your detailing questions for 2 hours, right?
2 hours.
The first half is mostly about business, mostly about answering questions. The second half, we get a little bit weird, get a little bit more fun.
We'll still answer questions.
But we'll still answer questions, when we can. So in front of me,
there's a lot of
stuff, right? A lot of colors. You guys are seeing a lot of cool things. So we have now just launched our Labor Day sale, right? So 20% off almost everything.
Almost
right?
everything.
On the ragcompany.com. And in front of me is a couple of the extra perks, right, of the show, right?
Yeah.
But there's also something entirely new to the Rag Company that we also want to introduce today.
Yes. But here's the thing.
Yes.
It's not only also the 20% off sale or 20% off almost everything sale with some goodies. We're launching the Koch-Chemie brand.
What?
But here's the rub. We're also launching it on sale too.
Whoa, we never do that.
We never do this.
Never done
and
that. That was a good play, Dane. I like how you play that up.
This is just literally this is crazy though. Because we were gonna wait to hold off.
Yeah.
But Koch was so excited to get in on our Labor Day sale. They're allowing us to do this sale with our product, which is,
pretty awesome.
Pretty rad, right?
Yeah.
To be launching a brand in the U.S. for sale from a major retailer to be able to do this. Pretty cool.
To be real, not everybody always knows what's going on at all times. So if you release products during a sale and people think, oh, that's just the price all the time, they don't realize they're actually getting a really good deal right now. And that's what you want to emphasize. So that's the big thing. It's new, and you get a deal on it right away.
There you go. Anthony, tell us about some of these great deals for Labor Day.
So some of these great deals involved in the Labor Day sale for 20% off, right? On top of that, we're doing some free gifts, right? So we've done free gifts before, right, where you do a certain spend amount and you get something for free, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this spend amount is after the coupon is applied, right? Not before the coupon,
So you pick out the stuff you want.
Mm-hmm.
You apply your coupon.
Yep.
Then you get your new total.
Yeah, correct.
If that total is over this certain number, you also get a free gift.
Perfect. Yep, that's exactly how to explain it. So if you spend any amount of money at all whatsoever during this weekend, you're going to get a free sticker, right? Well, we have to include that, right?
It's a special sticker. It's not our normal
one of the special edition
stickers.
And this is a new design.
New design.
You guys haven't seen this before. This is a new red, white, and blue America sticker.
We call it the RWB confetti sticker is what we are calling it because it's got the confetti on the front, a couple stars in the background. It's a really cool, it's kind of like very Captain America-ish.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. So you get that for free no matter what, no matter how big or how small your order is, because we always include stickers. Now, if you spend $75, right? $75, right? You get an RWB cyclone mitt.
Red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue. So you always know we bring these around for flag holidays.
Well, and you can buy them too during this weekend.
Yep, and
if you want to just buy a couple of them, you're more than welcome to.
So we only bring around every flag holiday. So now's your chance to get one if you've seen them and always wanted one. So if you spend $75, you get this for free.
Bam.
Now let's just say you're feeling a little spendy. You want to spend $100, right? And you've thrown everything in your cart, and you're like, "Holy smokes! I've added up $100 worth of stuff." Right
after your 20% off
after
coupon.
20%, we're throwing in an IK foam 1.5 and a bottle of one of our favorite foaming wheel cleaners.
So good.
So clean wheels and the foam 1.5 if you spend $100, right? Pretty damn good.
Pretty
deal,
dope,
right?
Yeah.
So not only do you be able to get to foam immediately, right, but you'll foam something that we've signed off on here at the Rag Company and something that we know foams really well. So this foam's at 10-1, so you'll be able to get several different sessions.
And it's crazy foam.
And it's good foam.
It's a
Very
crazy
good foam.
wheel foam.
You don't expect it.
Now let's just say, right, the wife's not paying attention, and you're like, hey, I owe myself a present, right? I want to buy something pretty nice, right? Or maybe you want to buy something for her, right?
Oh, very nice.
And you spend $150.
Okay.
Right?
Again, $150 in the cart. And
honey, I did this for you.
And
you did this for us.
And
us.
You've applied your 20% off coupon.
Yep.
So your new total is $150 or above, right?
You are getting the G-Technic basic kit, right? So you're getting this in the sweet little travel bag that it comes in. It's basically a lunch pail. Is really what it
it's insulated too. So you
so
can keep it in the car. It's got a couple of great products in it, actually.
It does.
Too.
Feel free to crack that bad boy open. That was freshly packed for you, Levi.
I love it. Thank you guys so much. So
what do you got?
You get the Buff and Shine applicator sponge. You get a black Creature Edgeless. You get a red Eagle 500. Couple sprayers. You get a bottle of G-Wash in the 250 mLs. You get G-Wash, Quick Detailer, and T2 tire dressing. So everything to wash the car, give it some nice shine, keep the tires looking good.
Too.
And you get a gray Cyclone. All in this little kit. And again, and then when you're done with all this, hey, this could be your lunch bag, or you can just keep all this stuff
in the trunk of your car.
In the trunk of your car, maybe add a bucket for maybe road trips or anything that you need to do that you want to.
I was going to say, I think
you need a couple little products
are waterproof, aren't they?
I think so, yeah.
So technically, you could pour water in it and use it like a bucket.
I probably don't do that, Dane. That's a Dane thing. That's what Dane
does.
I'm on the road. I don't have availability of a bucket. Dane. I'm going to...
Well, you could buy one of those collapsible ones for camping. And
you could.
Be all
you
right.
absolutely could. All right, so getting back on track, guys. So that's part of the sale. So those are the free perks. Those are the free gifts along with the sale going on. So 20%
Pretty
off.
Dope setup.
Free gifts when you spend $75, $100, $150. Now, in terms of the Koch-Chemie line, we're here to answer all of your questions regarding that because I know that there's going to be questions because this is hands down one of the best lines, but most complicated name-wise brands we've ever used.
What am I trying to think of? The ramp up, learning everything.
Yeah.
It
basically
is a system,
yeah,
right?
There's
so
a steep
basically,
curve, the learning curve.
The periodic table of elements, right? We all know about that. We all know a little bit about science, right? So they're a very science-based company, and they like to emphasize on that, right? And they like to utilize those numbers and like to utilize their labels to not only be informative, but to also really establish some professionalism within the line.
Yeah, and like some of these products actually have the pH right after the name.
And that's
like this is GSF, pH 7.5.
Yeah, super cool.
So,
so there's a lot of questions. If you guys would like, you can go to the Koch-Chemie website. You can go to our website since the products are live. If you can pull that up, and if you have questions about the individual products, you can, and you can shoot us the questions. Now going back to really quickly, I'm going to cut you off one sec. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll bring it back. So remember how we've always said that we test products for a year before bringing them on?
Yeah.
So last year at SEMA was some of our first ever Koch-Chemie products that we picked up, right?
Yeah.
So we're coming up on almost a year, right?
Sven brought me stuff at Mobile Tech too.
Yeah. So we've so Koch-Chemie, we've been testing their products for almost a year. It'll be a year and a month and a half, right? And just to see what their line was all about, really test them to see what things we liked and what things we didn't like, because we're picky. And almost a year later, here we are with the brand on the.
Now again, it's not true to form. We don't bring everything on all at once.
True.
No.
That is true.
So you're not going to find everything that they make on the site. So maybe you found a product that you really liked that you wanted to buy, and you're like, oh my gosh, well,
why don't
we may
you have
not
those
have
really
it.
specific
go to the
obscure
rag
things?
company.
So
and
go to the
pull
rag
up what
company,
we have
pull up
currently.
what we have. But we picked some really great things to bring out. So a couple products like Motorplast. It's an engine dressing.
Yeah, but it's like a crazy.
But it's
engine.
a crazy special engine conserver that actually
engine.
builds a film to protect your parts, and it's certified by Daimler.
It will make something dirty look clean.
Well, it's not supposed to do that,
It's
Dane.
not
It's
supposed
supposed
to.
to. When you're done washing the
But
engine, you can put this
When we
on,
tested
and
on
it
my
will protect
bay,
it.
It worked.
So
amazing.
But we've got a snow foam. We've got the interior cleaner, Polestar. We've got Leather Star, which is their carpet or their leather dressing. Polestar does textile, carpet, and Alcantara.
Correct. Yeah.
As well as some plastics.
Yeah.
You've got the glass cleaner.
We have clay spray.
Clay spray's not here yet. It's coming.
Yeah, so that's coming. But we have
we've got some quick detailers. We got their quick and shine, their quick finish, and then their FSE, which we really like. It's a quick detailer with lime scale remover.
Yeah,
and we were actually works.
We were using this Gabe's truck before we coated it with G-Technic. We did a couple tests with it where we actually used it when he literally parked next to his sprinklers. The next morning he pulled out, came over, we wiped it down, and it was crazy. For fresh water spots, this is a be-all, end-all product.
Yeah. Now,
the other side of his truck had heavily baked-on water spots. For that, we did use G-Technic's W9, the water spot remover from G-Technic, because that actually removed the older water spots. However, the fresh water spots that just popped up, I mean, you got to think about it. Dane, your car's coated. Your car's ready to go. Anthony, your cars are all set up. You got the new house. You got the sprinklers on. Maybe you have to park it outside. Yeah, and the neighbor's testing his sprinklers, and he sprays your car.
My Dodge Ram 1500.
Your brand new Dodge Ram 1500, the 2001. You know, that kind of stuff.
Mint.
You'd be out there.
Very old mint found in a couch cushion.
But what's great is you would be out there, because I have that problem. I've been parking cars in the garage.
Yeah.
Tastes like
right? Cars that I'm working on over the weekend. Park them in the garage. I park my cars, like Carly's Camry, in the driveway. Well, I've got a Rogue sprinkler head.
Ugh.
Hits the back door only. Splatters the back door and the rear quarter panel of the Camry.
So useful.
Don't know how or why it hits it or how much it gets, but it soaks it. So then I come out later in the afternoon, not even thinking I'm in the garage working on the car, keep the door closed, keep the AC on. I walk out, and there's water spots on that rear quarter panel. FSC is perfect in those situations. Where the car is already clean, you can just spray it on, you wipe it off, and that's it. You're done. You don't have to rinse it. You don't have to neutralize the acids. You don't have to do any of that stuff. It's just you're ready to go. So really great products. The whole lineup is insane. What's really cool is we've even got their buffing pads and some of their polishing compounds. I will say heavy cut compound and heavy cut pad is designed for rotary use.
There's a big difference.
Pretty much
on the
only.
machine
Yeah, you put it on a DA, it doesn't. I will just tell you straight up, guys, it's not friendly.
It's
rotary.
Straight up.
Awesome, really good product. However, everything else, fine cut on a DA.
Microcut.
The P301 and Microcut over there by Anthony, all those work great. Really nice product line. So we're really super excited. And guys, you will see in the next coming weeks as we go through our lineup, pick and finally test some of the rest of the stuff, sign off on the rest of the products that we want to bring in, and we'll bring them in. Yep. So stay tuned for more of that. But you guys, as we're doing this, make sure you check out the Rag Company, look at the sale, look at the check out the Koch-Chemie line, and 20% off. Pretty crazy. So all right, Dane, let's kick us off here.
Popping up the first question/comment here. It is Nolan Todd saying, "Hello TRC. My box arrived today with my new IK trigger sprayers. And as requested, covered TRC signatures, so we signed them all.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Also, looking forward to Drago and Clarity Cream testing this weekend. Excellent choices.
I think you'll like them.
Excellent choices.
I think you'll be happy.
All right. I think I actually got to go back a page here. There we go.
Katie Lewis, new member of the TRC family, happy to be back.
Yeah, super family.
Hey.
Yeah.
Super family now, so it's pretty stupid.
She's a what's that called when you have like somebody that's they always come back?
A Gold Star member.
Like a Gold Star member, right?
Okay.
You know, a regular, right? Something.
She's a
along
new
those lines.
regular.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. And Alan, all the way in sunny, warm, beautiful Scotland, Elgin, Scotland. Hey, high five, TRC crew. Have you tried the Uno Protect and Bead Maker trick with any other spray sealants and detailers?
We have.
Yes.
We have. This weekend, I actually used C2V3
You did.
instead of Bead Maker on a car.
Yeah.
And I gave my thoughts. You know, I think Bead Maker wipes off a lot easier than C2V3.
If you're looking for the very specific experience, that's where you would go for it. But if you're looking for longevity, C2V3 would be the move.
Yeah. No, I was going to say C2V3 as well. That's what we used. We tried paint gloss from PNS. Just wasn't quite the same thing.
Yeah.
That
really
functions more like a wash.
Yeah,
almost.
it's just like the Bead Maker. It tends to like pull the product off easier, faster, and with minimal effort. Like it's a
like
one
it cuts.
pass. Yeah, it's like
Cuts
it cuts right through it, and then it's instantly slick and instantly glossy. Whereas when we try, with other products, right, you're basically fighting a little bit, but then you're like, okay, it comes off pretty good. But Bead Maker just feels a certain way.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and that's why we like it, and that's why we keep recommending it so often for different things.
The combo.
Yeah, it's user
Bucky
experience.
VW. Hey, TRC, I have returning water spots after polishing. I think the paint is swelling, making it seem like they go away. Use the sun to heat the panel and hit it at low speed or straight to wet sand. Thanks, Bucky VW. Bucky, it depends on how hard you want to chase them. So there's two kinds of things.
It's not worth it. It's not worth chasing them.
If it's a custom paint job that you know how many coats of clear are in it,
that's different.
I'm going to say, yeah, go for it. Have fun. Wet sand, have all the blast you want. If it's a car that maybe it's second hand or third hand, you're the third owner of it. Like, let's say Anthony's 2001 Dodge Ram.
Yes. Yeah,
Let's say there was some water spots you couldn't get out. Right?
I think that's...
That truck would be green again by the time we were done.
But that's what I'm saying. Right, Dane? Yeah. The truck would be green again. We don't know how many layers of paint, and even in our polishing procedures that we just got done doing yesterday, there were some spots where we burned through pretty quick.
It felt like 1.5.
Layers. And so the key is if it's something that you definitely know the history and you know the clear. So like, take for instance like your Civic door that got repainted.
Yeah.
You got water spots on that. You haven't even cut that clear yet.
No, I haven't. I haven't even sanded it.
Right. So that wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
You go, oh, no, I know I can do some stuff. But on any other type of car, like Matt's BMW that he had.
What happened when Matt went to go chase those water spots?
He had to repaint the rear deck lid.
He did, because he burned through, because he was trying to chase them up, and he went through heating, wet sanding, compounding, polishing, and he did too much, and look what happened.
Yeah.
He'll drive yourself mad.
He got him out, but he had to repaint him to get him out.
he got all the paint out while he did it.
So, Bucky, the big thing is just, do your due diligence and figure out what you want to do and if it's even worth it. And I know everybody talks about seeing hard water spots. Nobody notices.
People on the internet are different than a lot of people in real life when it comes to the focus and all that.
Yeah, like the water spots on my Camry, they bother me when I get them on there, but nobody notices, and my wife doesn't notice. The neighbors don't notice.
Ordinary
they
life,
just see me
people
washing
in a
my
parking
car.
lot, nobody
They just see me washing the car. They're like, "Man, that car's so glossy."
It's just what you're willing to put up with.
So, all right,
we got Hans.
Homie Hans, guten Abend, Lute. To kick the door in now, you guys have Koch-Chemie.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Wow.
I think
we'll just take his word for it.
He's speaking German.
Yeah.
Car detailing by Pat Inc. with the hot question of the day. Any chance any of the products in the Woes line in gallon size coming soon? Pat, your guess is as good as ours at this point.
Unfortunately.
Basically, right now, man, you can check out wowos.co.uk. See if they've got any product. I was on their site.
They were doing like a buy one get.
They were doing buy one get two over the bank holiday,
that's
buy one
but
the main thing is
get one
type of deal.
But the point is, check them out. Go to their website. If they start creating gallon sizes of product, you will be able to know because you'll see it on their website first.
Correct. And that would be like a 5 liter.
Yeah, it's a 5 liter product.
There.
Now we don't have any info on that. So apologies on any of that right now, man. But with COVID and the container shortage around the world, it's very, very, very difficult, and I don't think that's going to be anything to plan on by the end of this year.
And unfortunately, it's not just isolated to us.
Yep.
We got Vigor Auto Detailing. Hey, Joe.
What's up, Joe?
What's up, people? Followed by Luke, who's back after a long hiatus.
Luke, what have you been doing? You've been cleaning your gauge cluster plastic?
He has been.
Yeah,
What took him so long? All right.
Luke's
so,
wanting to know what would be your favorite oil change towel, Anthony.
a slick Ricky.
A
little Ricky.
A little Ricky does
that
the tricky.
Does the tricky. It's a real brand. Check them out. They make 100% polyester towels.
Yeah, there's no polyamide.
And
They don't absorb anything.
They don't absorb anything.
But they're great at
except for
absorbing oil.
Yeah, because they'll pick it up without letting it like soak through, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's
So
the idea.
little Ricky does the tricky. Check it out.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Moving
Looks
to
like
the
we
next
got
page.
Another regular here. Hans Closen saying,
I got wrecked.
Your underpants. Rectangle says, "What's going on?"
What's up, dude?
Then we got Dino from Montreal, Quebec.
Hey.
Says, "Hey guys, keep up the great work. What's the right dilution rate for PNS Carpet Bomber? Thank you. Carpet Bomber.
Is he
you can
using
use
a
straight?
sprayer?
Yeah, you can use it straight or 1-to-1.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Luke followed up by saying 1-to-1 for Carpet Bomber.
Christopher Horton.
Oh,
Why
you know what?
does-
This is a good question.
Yeah. So why does TRC choose not to sell Rupes polishers? Christopher, great question. It's something we've always toyed with going back and forth. You know, we've had Rupes, we've had Flex, we've had all these companies that wanted us to sell product or
It is
sell
a
their
choice.
machines. Here's the deal. We would have to stock quite a bit of product. We would have to hope that we could sell quite a bit of product. And for us, our shipping model is designed around shipping towels. So we've got great margins when it comes to getting our products because our team can pack them very fast, very efficiently. They're able to get them in smaller packages, which means our shipping is much faster, quicker to you guys in the end. And that's basically the main reason. Now, we sell Rupes pads, we sell Rupes compounds, we sell,
Plenty of the product
that kind
line.
of stuff. For us, machines just, we have a really good reputation with Rupes, and part of that would probably change if we started selling machines.
I think part of the hard part, too, is if you start carrying one machine, then that opens up where you've got to start carrying all these other machines, and it just
There's
expands.
a lot of machines.
There's a lot of
machines.
stuff out there. It's much easier to carry the supplies for it when you can still get the machine locally from a store or a dealer or somebody more local to you rather than shipping that particular item. But, yeah, that's kind of the way we look at it.
It's the same reason we don't sell buckets all that often. You know, like same kind of thing. Unless the bucket's fully loaded, it's very expensive for the shipping. True. So, and we'd have to sell replacement part. It opens a big Pandora's box.
It's
and,
a wormhole.
Now, it's not something we haven't discussed. We've discussed it many times.
Yeah.
But thanks for the question.
No, that's a great one.
All right.
We have Rishan
Chari. Hello, guys. What's up? How you doing, man? Gully's Garage. Best products for removing heavy tree sap, mold, algae from exterior paint. Straight lacquer thinner, Levi? Actually, yes. To remove heavy tree sap, lacquer thinner is going to be your best friend. And I kid you not. White towels, lacquer thinner, gloves. That's all you need.
All those things, except with the mold, a
Yeah.
little bit.
So,
there are
but-
mold-specific products that are
But
designed.
here's the deal. If it's already been pressure washed and it's already been decontaminated and you're trying to remove staining,
the staining is different.
Mold staining, not actual mold.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
lacquer
clarify.
thinner will help remove any staining and things like that.
Yeah.
So yes, as crazy as it sounds, white towels, lacquer thinner, rubber gloves.
Yeah. Just, be wearing gloves when you do it. Okay, next up we've got Jeff C.
Jeff C. Hey guys, I'm looking to get started with the shiny new Rupes LHR 15
Good
and the
pick.
starter pads and liquids that were included. Do you know if the new Rupes liquids stain plastic trim? Should I tape? Jeff, we have not spent a lot of time with the new pad or the new liquids very much, but I will say the old liquids did stain, so I would recommend you tape off any of those plastics.
Exercise caution.
Yeah. So
You can always do a
well,
little
congrats, dude.
test
You get to play
section,
with your new polisher.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it.
No, that's awesome.
All right,
We've
Luke.
got Luke again.
He goes, so when do I start as Morgan's replacement? Well, fun fact, Luke, we already got Morgan's replacement. Actually in this
pull her
room.
on in, Levi.
oh,
She's
no.
been in the she's been in the
Oh,
corner
no.
for a little bit too long now.
Oh, no. Oh,
Bring her
no.
over here.
Wow.
Oh, no.
So
Hang
this
out.
is Brittany. So she's new. A big fan of Pepsi, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why we brought her on. She's also a big fan of America. And
for Labor Day weekend,
the red, white, and blue. She's already kind of in theme there. Really tall. She is.
Well, she's not sitting down. She's standing up.
Right. Stand next to her.
We'd also do.
Can you stand next to her?
I probably could.
So she is taller than you.
No, I'm still taller.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
So,
anyway, so
Anyways.
she's just hanging out.
So she just kind of looks at us over there drinking her Pepsi.
It's kind of creepy if I'm
honest. I feel like I've seen her eyes move several times, but I'm just going to roll with it.
Yeah,
right,
so
Hans closing says, Luke, is that why you were gone for a while, growing your hair?
Oh.
So, no, Luke's been hitting the gym pretty hard lately.
He says you better believe it there, bud. A lot of us men, when we need to regrow our hair, we take some time off.
Yeah, gotta think, gotta
how
process
convenient.
that.
You want to get the gang in,
So we've got Jeff C here saying,
says also looking to pick up
ahead.
some last cut and looking for your best recommendation for pads to start with. I was thinking blue, yellow wool, and yellow foam. Yes, Jeff, you're on the right path. Blue, yellow wool, and yellow Rupes foam. You're on the right path.
And I would recommend grabbing just last cut. And for now, since you're learning and you're playing with the product,
the last cut plus.
Yeah, you don't need the last cut plus. Just get last cut, because one of the great things about the last cut is you can cut and polish with it, and it is very forgiving, and it's got a long work time, and especially for someone just starting out, just playing, learning paint correction, probably the best combo is utilizing those pads that you've got, getting the wools, and just playing with regular last cut. We have Aaron's jumping in here saying, will O&R clog the Ryobi chemical sprayer 1 gallon? If it's 1 gallon and 10 ounce of O&R, looking a new way to pre-treat without being tired from pumping a million times. What did I say? You said 1 ounce? Yeah, it's 1 ounce.
The O looked like a zero.
No, it's not going to clog. No, I've been using O&R and pump sprayers of larger size for years, and I've never had a clog.
Yeah.
Levi.
No, perfect. All right. Levi, how do you balance your responsibilities and time as a husband, father, and employee while still meeting your own needs?
Wow, that's a great question.
It's very difficult, but here's the deal. My needs is playing with products.
Yep.
I detail cars on the weekends. That is not only my hobby, it's how I relax, it's how I meditate. It's my time. Now, my kids are a blast, and I do a lot with them, and I try to have, try and do some stuff and try and plan stuff with them to do. Same with my wife. We have time where we set up in the evening where we watch TV and hang out and talk.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I kind of parcel out my day in a weird way. Eric from G-Technic was calling me the other night, and it was 5:30, and I had to text him and say, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yep.
And because I knew I could talk to him for 2 hours if I let that happen, but then that's taking the time away from my kids that I can't make back up till the next day.
Right.
So it's very hard. It's difficult. I'm trying my best to make everything work the best way that I know how. And so far in this last month, I've really focused on trying to hone that time. And it's starting to get there. It's
compartmentalizing a little bit.
I'm moving into, you always got to create a new routine. It's like Anthony going to the gym. You got to plan those dates to when you want to go to the gym so that you can, see the benefits, right?
Yeah.
If you go to the gym once a month, it's okay. It's not going to help you though. You have to have that consistency. It's the same with my wife, my kids.
Rock hard abs. If you really want to, see that.
I won't get them dad abs. I got to spend those 2 hours every night with the kids.
Yeah, exactly, right. And you got to
doing
make sure,
sit-ups.
Yes, of course, sit-ups.
That's a lot.
So, I figured so. So yeah, it's all part of the game planning. We have a Scoop Master coming in hot
Scoop,
here.
Yes.
all the way from sunny Puerto Rico.
Says, hi to all. My first order on TRC was on 2015. My second one was at 2020. 10 IK sprayers and some goodies. Thanks to y'all.
Nice.
Wow.
Thanks, Hector. Appreciate it, brother.
2015, it's a 5-year separation there.
Big and being on, and he's a super fan, TRC super fan.
I know. What's going on?
It's what it's up, man.
That's what happens.
Because you know why? He's been rocking that Knight Rider towel.
Oh,
he has been rocking that Knight Rider. That was about right the time. Yeah,
lasted a long time.
that split purplonality is Dane named.
Love the split purplonality. Nobody understood the name.
Nobody could understand the name, but
trying to be clever and ended up just like,
yeah.
That's the story of my life, though. So, any rate, Scoop Master follows up. No, this is another one he did.
I can't get optimum tire coating right. I clean the rubber very well, and when I apply it, streaks and looks blotchy, and even pulls out the browning of the tire. Help, please. Hector,
is there something previously on that tire?
Yeah, the only thing I could think is that the rubber just is short of straight power clean.
Yeah.
Getting that tire properly dissolved.
You're talking very thorough. Our experience
and probably like 4 or 5 times clean.
Yeah.
Before you can do that.
Because the tire coating in particular, it's a great product when it's working, but you have to have
it's almost
a clean,
and it's almost good
clean
for new
tire.
tires.
New tires, your best
brand
bet.
new.
Yeah.
Before you've put any other type of coating on.
Yeah,
because
the problem is if you use another product that has a similar makeup to it, and then when it goes to bond, it either doesn't bond or it rejects it because it's too similar and figures, oh, this is just the same stuff. I'm not entirely sure what was going on there, but it just would not accept it. Say like if you had, what was it, if you had OptiBond on there previously, it was a little it would reject
same
it
thing.
sometimes.
If you have OptiBond on before, it'll damage it, or it won't allow it to bond.
So that's an either or scenario.
I mean, you got to remember, dude, you're going to a level that is very microscopic when you get to that.
Once you get it working on there, it is like nothing else.
Yeah. So I try cleaning it some more. Straight power clean, scrub brush. Do it 5-6 times on each tire. Really let it sit. Let it do its thing. So, all right.
Yeah.
Next one.
Got there. I don't know what Hans is talking about. Oh, G. Davis.
G. Davis
Hello,
says,
G.
Aaron's, perhaps you should revamp your pumping technique to be more efficient. Yeah, you don't want to burn out too fast.
Oh, no. And since this is not the fun half, I'll just be bypassing
Scoop Master. Today was the first time applying graphene coating to a 2020 black Civic Type R. Some high spots here and there, but it looks and feels good. Let's see how it holds up. Awesome, man. Good work.
All right. We got a hello from Bait Addict saying
Sup,
what up.
Koch baiters.
We got Ryan E here asking,
do you plan to carry Koch-Chemie GS? Great stuff and combines really nicely with GSF. Yes, Ryan, we've actually been testing GS. We really like it. We've actually been using it as a floor cleaner at the moment because it works so well cleaning our silver Swiss tracks in the studio. Now, we have played with it in other sets where we've used it on tires, we've used it on some wheels, we've used it as a pre-soak. Pretty awesome. And yes, you can mix the two together.
Yeah, you
in
can.
a foam cannon to get a little more cleaning capability.
A little more alkaline. Yeah.
Okay, we got G. Davis following up
G.
here.
Davis chiming in with a serious question. Are there any 4-inch pads in the TRC store? So there are not any 4-inch pads.
Buffing pads.
Buffing
Correct.
Pads. Yeah. So basically, we have the 3.5, then it jumps up to the 5.5. So the 4 is kind of an in between there. So Lake Country does make 4-inch pads. I think there's a couple different places you can go. You can go to Auto Geek, for example, that have 4-inch pads. You might be able to find some off of Amazon. But the 4-inch is kind of like that in between size to where I have a 4-inch backing plate for my Porter cable, and when I got the 3-inch backing plate and switched to 3.5, haven't used it since.
Yeah.
So I would recommend jumping down to a 3.5 with a 3-inch backing plate and see if that's more useful.
It'll feel
for
more
G.
powerful, that's for sure.
We got Bait Addict with the Bait Crew coming in and says, Levi, I emailed you about an issue I had. Didn't get a response.
I never got an email.
What?
So you're just not responding to
I never got an email from Bait Addict.
The great Bait Addict?
Yeah.
It didn't say baitaddict@gmail.com.
He's using this opportunity.
Didn't say baitaddict@baiters.com.
No.
What
Baiters
Bait is
Anonymous?
doing here is he's using this opportunity to kind of like,
Turn the knife?
knock you off, and then he's turning around and letting everybody know G-Tech's customer support is really great.
So that's just strange. So he says, didn't get a response.
Yeah, never got an email.
Ended up
It's hard to
speaking
respond to
G-Technic
something if it's
directly,
not
and
there.
they're able to educate me. Amazing customer support.
Yeah.
So I think
Because I've gotten
honestly-
emails in the past
Right.
from the great Bait Addict responded in a very timely manner on a lot of different occasions.
But he didn't send that as bait addict, though, did he?
I don't know.
He's very protective
Strange,
of his identity.
Yeah.
Any
No
rate,
idea. Anyway,
we've
sorry.
got Aaron.
We have Aaron's coming in. Says when to use an all-in-one polish and one-step polish. 3D one polish versus Uno Protect. So Aaron's a good way to answer this, and also just to kind of stay up to date on other all-in-ones. Go watch CarCraft Auto Detailing's
Sandro,
comparison.
yeah.
Sandro did a comparison on Uno. I think he had 3D in there, and I think he had one more. I think Manzurna.
Yeah, it was
and
Manzurna.
it was a really good all-in-one comparison, and go watch it because I think it's going to give you your best answer on what you should probably go with.
And
Really
the way
thorough.
to think about it is, let's just say you're a young guy. Let's say you got a neighbor that wants you to wash their car, right? So you've washed their car before. Maybe you've thrown a little bit of quick detailer on it, and they're happy with it. But they walk around and maybe they look at it and they go, "Oh, there's kind of some rubs and some,
Sure.
it's just not. It's kind of dull. Do you think you could just polish it?" And you go, "Yes, for $1,000."
And they go,
They go, "What?" Or you go for $400, $500, and they're like, "Oh, I was thinking like $100." Just kind of, just something to bring out some shine.
You
give
want
it
me
a
to
little
sneeze
protection.
on it?
Yeah. So you got to remember, so an all-in-one is designed to get you the ability to make the car look better, make the customer happy, and it's not correction, but it provides
You're improving
gloss,
the look, the
increases the
appearance.
gloss and the appearance of the car, makes it look good. And for most customers, that is all they want.
Here's Uno's secret, though, compared to the others. It's going to last longer. It's going to be tougher than a lot of those other all-in-ones I've seen when it comes to its resistance to the normal approaches people do in tests with chemicals, spray on it, wipe it down. Most of the others lose their, protection and ability to, people say fillers and stuff, but its ability to hide scratches and things like that. It holds up to more abuse than I think I've seen any other all-in-one.
Back when I had my shop, I knew other shops in the industry, in the area that I worked in, that we'd all be running like a major dealership account. So there'd be like 3 detail companies handling Peterson Autoplex, let's say, which has probably 1,000 cars on their lot, maybe 500. What do you think, Anthony?
Yeah,
Peterson
easily,
Toyota,
easily.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So they've got a lot of trade-ins. They need to get them cleaned up, right?
In a
so they've
hurry.
got 3 detail shops. My shop's probably doing 25 cars a week for them, right? So I never liked all-in-ones.
Right.
So what my guys would do was basically we would use hyper polish and an orange pad, and we would polish the paint as best we could in the time that we had, and then we would put a sealant on it of some sort, right? And then we'd only do one step, and that was kind of where my 20-minute one step came from. Was we're going to go as fast as possible, get as much gloss, not as much correction, but as much gloss as we can for the dealership.
Reminder,
right?
you're not looking for perfection
But the point
in this scenario, guys.
I'm putting a sealant on so I can get a longer lifespan on it. Because if that car is going to sit on the lot for 3 months, those wash boys come through. That
all-in-one is toast.
Well, most of the time, they spray them off with a pressure washer, and then they wipe them down with a chamois. So what we noticed was some of the cars that were done by other companies, they came back, they looked amazing. They looked so good. And they were using an all-in-one. The problem was, 3 weeks later, the paint was looking very rough, very bad, because the boys were washing off the all-in-ones, because those all-in-ones, those traditional all-in-ones back in the day, and we're talking 10 years ago, didn't have the capability to last. So a product like Uno Protect, when I look at the strength of that product and the ability to actually correct to where even if they wash it off, it's still corrected.
It holds up.
It looks really good.
It's
and
different than what you've seen before.
But that's what that's for. Those of you that have detail shops that are doing dealer work, Uno Protect all day long, top it with bead maker, dude,
wouldn't
kill the
question
game.
it. That's
kill the game.
The move now.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. Easy money.
I believe they say move the metal.
Move the metal.
Move that bus or metal.
All right. Luke Berge says he loves paint gloss.
Yeah. It's
all right.
Product.
Nice.
We have Scoopmaster coming in with a technical question. Says, I did a Jeep. The dealer apply the silicone-based dressing on the plastics fenders. I cleaned them, but when I apply the Cerakote ceramic coating, it came out awful, like streaks and high spots. Any help?
Yeah, it's the silicone. Hector,
Yeah.
still in the plastics.
Yeah, you need to do a deep clean.
You really power clean
them.
that stuff out. Use some heavy degreasers and stuff because that silicone, it holds on.
Yeah,
It's not fun.
It's like going to Vegas and coming back with something you don't want. Right?
Oh yeah, no, it's bad.
Well,
Moving
not
on.
necessarily somebody.
Next time, try some.
Yes.
All right.
Next time, try solution finish. Do alcohol solution finish, all that.
Ricky Clone.
So moving
says,
to the a little farther over in the island of Puerto Rico here.
Right.
Oh, how far over would you say?
I don't know. They're probably not that far away from each other.
Okay. Yeah, probably not. Go ahead and read it, Levi.
Great that you're carrying KC now. Their stuff is awesome. I remember you guys mentioning FSC back in late April, and I sent you guys a pic of the bottle I was able to get. Nice. Good job, Ricky.
Nice. All right. Next up, we've got Aaron's.
What's the difference? What is the difference between Lake Country pads, HDO, and other versions? HDO is designed for heavy-duty orbit, so long throw polishers. Flat foams are designed for short throw polishers. The way I would describe it is flat foams and CCS pads are universal. Doesn't matter the machine you're using. So flat foams and CCS pads are universal. Any polisher you have, you can run that pad. If you have a long throw polisher, long throw DA, HDO pads. If you have a forced rotation or rotary, the Lake Country force pads are what you want to do. Now, the wools, the low-lint wools, the purple foamed wools, the microfibers, those are all universal as well. You can use those on any machine and get great results. So we've tried to keep it very simple, very easy for folks. It's broken down in between the tools.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Excellent. We've got Ricky Clone here.
Ricky's
Following up.
my latest TRC order of IK trigger sprayers should be delivered tomorrow. Still amazed how the multi-one sold out quickly. So here's the thing, guys.
That was
Yes. That was 3 pallets worth,
Nuts.
and the
Just
only 3 pallets
gone.
delivered to North America, they're gone. They sold out so fast. So we have another shipment on its way from Spain.
Coming in
Should be
September.
here. Well, it's already September.
Well, it should be here.
Should be here in about 2 weeks.
2 weeks. About 2 weeks is what they say. About
So-
close to the end of September.
Yeah.
Cross
Mid
the
to late
fingers, here's
September.
hoping.
And I don't think that you guys will be able to buy out of these in one day. Hopefully.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully
bought
not,
a lot.
but
We
you've
brought in a
proved us-
lot
you've
more.
proved
I was to
us
say, that's
wrong.
not a challenge, but
Yeah,
it also
yeah.
might be a
You
challenge.
proved
Yeah.
us wrong before the past, but I think the reason why they sold out so fast, Ricky, was because everybody wanted the 5 packs, right? So
Yeah.
they didn't want to buy just one sprayer; they wanted 5. And I understand because people want to basically have all the same matching sprayers. I totally
Yeah.
get that. But the problem was you didn't even leave enough for me or Levi to get.
Yeah, we can't even get them.
And so when you guys bought everything out, I'm sitting there like, well, I have one. Can I get more of them? They're
Yep.
like, sorry, Anthony.
No, John actually came and grabbed
John said-
yours and
he's
dumped
just
all
like,
the stuff
"No."
out and then cleaned it out and then put it on and sent it to Ricky.
Yeah.
He said, Ricky ordered a lot of these. I've got to get this
He
one.
did not do
No.
that. But no, it almost got to that point. Like, please don't take my stuff.
He's like, G. Davis has an order in for 7 sprayers. This has got to go there.
stop.
Yeah.
Dane's like, I'm not. No,
You're
I don't
friends
even
with
use that.
And Dane's
Yeah.
like, that's my sprayer.
That was that was mine.
I
This
was
doesn't even
using
smell
that.
like a detailing product. It's pure vodka in here. Going back, Andrew,
Oh,
coming
what?
in hot, says, "Wow, that is a good."
Aw, thank you,
looking
Andrew. We
product
I mean,
appreciate it,
he's
brother.
not
line."
wrong.
He's
He's
not
not
wrong.
wrong. So, out of all these products here, right? So you guys know I'm big on smells, right?
You are.
Yes, you are.
Koch-Chemie is the brand that caught me off guard when it came to smells.
Correct.
Because I looked at the brand, I said, "This is a very professional looking
Looks
brand.
very clinical.
This is very clinical."
Now, we
They're
will
like,
say, Michael, who's the lead chemist there, told
Yes.
us at SEMA,
yes,
detailers don't like scents.
That was funny
He
to
He
hear.
said that to us, and
He
we
told-
said, pretty sure they like scents.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like to prove you wrong here, and so, anyway, so when I first started, we got most of the line right. We started off with the compounds and the polishes. That was what we first started testing first. Obviously, an unscented, and I'm totally fine with that. But I was blown away by was when we first got the first scented things in, and so I pulled out this GSF, and I'm like, okay, gentle snow foam. What's this gonna smell like? Guys, so this is my favorite smelling car soap.
Straight up?
Straight
Wow.
up.
Straight up, Anthony's new favorite.
Bold
Straight up.
statement from a guy
Nope.
who stakes his claim
favorite
to
smelling
smells.
car soap of all time. Like, this messes me up.
What's fun
It's
is
so-
we put it in a foam
see
cannon
that.
and started spraying.
Dude.
Anthony I was almost done washing Jeff's truck with that, and then you just started spraying it again because you wanted to make it smell more. I walked out. I said, "You have to wash the car because I already washed it."
I'm not handing this to you so much as I'm just keeping it away from him. So
like,
I'll take that cap.
That smell is it's
you were sold.
Intoxicating to me. It's basically like how do you remember what it reminds me of? Remember the zebra stripes gum? You know when you crack open a fresh pack of zebra stripes gum with all of the scents in it?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it smells like. And I can feel my jaw clench because it
wants to chew.
I want to eat that stuff, but I can't eat that soap. But it is pH balanced, so what's the worst that could happen?
It's true. Yeah.
So anyway, that's my favorite smelling product. We can go down the smell hole later, or
I want to go down your smell hole later.
Later.
Way to sell somebody on the idea.
Luke Berge coming in hot says. Sorry to hear about G. Davis having to sleep in his truck after I talked to G on the phone for far too long. He missed dinner.
Oh, no.
Luke, stop distracting G from his family.
Yeah.
He
only has so many hours in the day.
And he only has so many stepkids, right? So he needs to really spend time with his stepchildren.
Otherwise they'll forget about him.
I think they already have.
They probably.
So moving on. Hans Closen says, G in the doghouse again. Oh, boy. It's not the first, not the last.
Yep.
Levi, jump in for this one.
007 Jams. Hey, TRC gang. New York City 2C. Koch-Chemie on your shelves. Been using Koch for a few years and nothing short of excellent. H8, nice lubrication, no dusting. Cut, finish, and gloss is unreal. H8, F6, M3 Trio. There you go. Nice, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah. No, it's dope stuff. So... Vishal, when are you launching your products in India? Vishal, you can send a question to info@theragcompany.com, and they will send you over to our international business guy, Josh Petro. He can figure that out. We've been working on India for a while.
Yeah, we have.
So,
Luke here.
Luke says, I absolutely fell in love with the 3-step carpet cleaning process from P&S. I had no clue my truck was so disgusting. Yeah, that's a killer system, man. That'll unearth some things that you didn't wish to unearth. Right?
Yeah.
Dane did that. He found a dead body in the back.
That was crazy.
Of
the Montero.
That Montero.
I didn't know chemicals could do that.
He was like, it's a Saturday. He was working. He just thought, I'll just touch up some of the carpets.
Why does it smell like formaldehyde?
The best was when he pulled the floor mats out. He didn't even notice, and it wasn't until after he sprayed Terminator, then scrubbed it, then sprayed the carpet bomber. And when he turned around to put the brush, there was a whole human body.
Dude, they call it Terminator.
Well,
they weren't kidding.
He went to go pull the carpet out. I'm like, Dane, that's a leg. And he was like, oh my God, and he dropped it.
Yeah,
not good.
No,
wow.
But yeah, seriously,
definitely doesn't raise any
clean
other
bodies
questions.
out of your car.
Okay, moving on. We got
M,
Jason.
Says, hey guys, love the show. I've fallen down the rabbit hole. I'm very sorry to hear that. The rabbit hole of leather conditioners and ceramic leather coatings. Can you help me? What would you put on leather seats to preserve and protect? Jason, I'm going to make this as simple as possible, right? Choose the brand, right, that you would like to go with. And then find something within that brand that's going to work for you. You might have to test out a couple different brands, but the reason why I say that, right, color lock is always the first thing that's going to come to my mind when it comes to leather care and leather preservation, right? Color lock is leaders in the industry. It is pretty much the OE standard, right? In Germany, they make some insanely good products when it comes to preserving and conditioning.
All they do is leather.
And that's
this
all they do.
isn't a chemical company making shampoos and conditioners and leather.
Not even just like generic interior.
Only do leather.
This is what they do, right? And so they have their leather sealant, they have their leather conditioner. But here's the thing. I understand, right, that people have different preferences when it comes to leather stuff. And we could tell you, say, hey, this is the best. But in reality, there's other great leather products out there too, right? Yeah. You could use Express Interior Cleaner. You can clean your leather with that. And then P&S also has a leather conditioner or leather preserver that you can use. The Koch-Chemie line, leather cleaner and a leather preserver.
Polestar and Leather Star.
And so there's all sorts of different brands. There's plenty of other brands out there in the world.
Now, last week, we did learn from Lars about ceramic coatings on leather.
We did. Yes, he did chime in for that.
And
he did.
Lars has been working and repairing and running Color Lock. He's been in the leather game for 25 years, right?
He knows his stuff.
So his big thing is he does not like ceramic coatings on leather because he says when you put a ceramic coating on leather, you now no longer get to use a conditioner or sealant to soften the leather.
It just won't work.
Because you're basically sealing the porousness of the leather, the porousness that was already came in from the factory. Even though it's painted and it's clear coated, there is still a porousness to the leather, and you negate that. So he goes, I don't like using
won't ever be a supple.
Yeah, it won't ever be a supple.
And so but there's plenty of different products out there. I think as long as you're staying away from Armor All, I think as long as you're staying away from that really greasy stuff that you can get over the store shelves, and you're sticking with a professional brand, I think that you're going to have a lot better results. So, but figure it out. Whether you go Color Lock, Koch-Chemie, go with an easy route of PNS Express and PNS Leather Conditioner. There's a lot of different ways to do this. There is. And
there's Woes Leather Cleaner and Woes Leather Cream too.
Yep,
it's very
Woes
good.
Leather Cleaner, Woes Leather Cream, fantastic. So however you want to do it, go for it. So next question here, we have Luke Berge chiming in again. Lacquer thinner also works amazing. Cleaning a water spot covered skin
sink spout.
Oh gosh, I thought it said skin spouts, and I was about to stop talking. So I was like, oh, that's not good.
Don't use that on
turning
your
into
skin
a horrible
sink
joke.
spouts and knobs. Okay, you can see where that could have gone bad.
Yeah, skin spout. You don't want to do that.
Nope. No. Let's keep going.
Highly don't
All
recommend.
Yikes.
BJ Slinger.
BJ Slinger, just in time.
favorite.
Yo, guys.
Great
I
follow-up.
just bought a brand new
Great.
LHR 15 Mark III. Thanks for all the TRC reviews and advice. You're welcome,
That's
man.
awesome.
Enjoy it. Have some
Thank
fun
you.
with it. And
Thanks for the timing.
Oh, man.
Luke
Fun
Berge,
question
back
for
at
Anthony.
it.
I'm gonna
Anthony.
redirect his mic while he's at it.
Any
sorry.
plans for the truck?
Luke, you have no idea. For the last 2 days, right?
You've been
We
driving
have
it.
been. We wet sanded.
We did wet sand
that truck.
Full
right?
on.
We wet sanded that truck to the best of our abilities. Granted, it was the worst paint job, one of the worst I've seen in recent years.
Well, it was like a Mako single stage,
A 10-year-old Mako
metallic special.
A 10-year-old could have painted that
sorry,
better.
No. It's a 15-year-old Mako single-stage job that was so oxidized that it felt like elephant skin.
Yeah,
Right?
And it was a single stage metallic, which is
very
just
strange.
awful.
Right, yeah. And so did that, right? So we wet sanded that thing. We compounded it, right? We went in with wool pads, hybrid wool. We buffed that thing out rotary. We took dual actions to it. We basically compounded it out, polished it out, right? And we coated that thing.
Yeah.
So we coated it in Crystal
Even I worked on it, guys.
We coated it in G-Technic C1, and we coated it in XO. And so that's a video that'll be coming up.
it's going to be
I'm
nice, and it
excited
actually
for that.
looks really good for what it is.
It does.
But
It
Anthony
really
has
does.
already been He's already been looking at how he can stuff a Cummins into it.
No, I know.
he's been looking at axles.
He's all into that 2G lifestyle
I'm a
now.
gasser. I'm a gasser.
Okay,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
right.
You know, dodge the father, right? Is what they say.
That's not what they say.
And so, okay, so basically, I'm saying that I'm fine with it being a gasser.
Okay.
Right? But what I need to do is I need to enhance the look a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe throw some wheels on there.
I like that.
That would be a
And,
smart
Maybe
move.
maybe get in touch with our friends at Mamba. See if
Maybe
they get us
so.
some wheels
Yeah.
for that.
Honestly,
It's our
what would
SEMA build,
What
technically.
would an exhaust sound like on a 5.2?
It would actually sound good.
It would.
If you got a new exhaust on it.
How much
It,
So
would,
like
it
a
wouldn't
little-
make it that much faster.
It wouldn't
but
make it that
would
much
sound good.
faster, but it would probably waken that little 318 up, and it would give it a nice rumble.
Just
You
a
could do
little
a
rumble.
glass pack. You could do a 50 series Flowmaster,
Wow.
and a 2.5-inch pipe.
How much am I looking at for all that?
Probably $500.
It'd
It's
be
more
cheap,
than I
man.
paid for the truck.
You didn't pay anything for the truck.
That's true.
Literally
Moving
anything
on.
would be more.
Next question, Dane. We have G. Davis coming
Oh,
in. Says,
thoughtful.
Luke Berge, why not cut out the middleman and just use the PNS line of poultry cleaning products? Nugget Bomber and Oxide Cluck Finisher.
What a combo.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! Well, Luke's chicken farming days are now about to
Are
change.
numbered.
Yeah, are numbered.
We got Bucky back in the saddle again, saying, thanks for the reply, guys. My water is harder than Anthony being able to put 1,000 miles a year on the Evo. Aren't you right? Have a safe and healthy weekend with your respective families. Cheers from Southern Alberta. Thank you, Bucky.
Bucky,
That's super nice.
so far I'm at 200 miles this year, so only 800 more to go.
What did we say?
Only 200. Yeah, so
You got
only
4
800
months.
I got 4
Oh,
months to
man.
knock out 800 miles. I think I could do it.
Yeah.
Except I got to wait for the road construction to stop.
True.
Let's be honest, this year can't end soon enough.
No, this is not a safe year for anybody.
It's not even your
You
Evo.
can't give me crap. This is not a safe year for anybody to come out of the house.
Imagine what would happen if you took that out like just on one day on a whim.
I would never forgive you.
Well, I mean, I could drive it for you if you like.
Dane, this is all you.
Alvin Liu, Dane, you got this.
Oh, well, Wowos continue to be offered by TRC. Yes, the current stock we have, we don't know beyond that, though. That's the difficult part with the situation. Yep. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Now, I will say, if you're interested in getting the stuff, it might be easier 20% for individuals off sale today. To get. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, if you see what you like in our store, it's 20% off today. So that's a good way to follow up on that.
And if there's also check out Detailed Image too.
Yeah,
you can also
Detailed
check
Image
out Amazon.
Amazon has some stuff
as Wowos.
And you can also purchase direct wowos.co.uk.
And that was what I was going to point out was you can contact directly. Because we're not the manufacturer.
But they ship, they ship worldwide from their headquarters.
Yeah.
So they actually give you a discount because they're going to be shipping it to the U.S. So,
all right, we've got Luke.
Those I'm waiting to release, G. I thought we talked about not sharing about it, just like you being the chief of the Swirl Police.
Oh, Joe.
Joe.
You always know what to say.
He knows how to push those buttons.
He says he feels like TRC needs to keep up with the diversity train. We lost Morgan McMurray. Now we need a person of color. I feel like I'm the best fit for the job.
Well, he does have a Dixon flannel.
He does. Honestly, dude, he does
could
have
fit
Dixon
perfectly.
Flannel, so he's halfway there.
Yeah.
Joe, you're in the club, man.
Joe, can you grow out your hair to Morgan's length?
Doesn't need to grow it out to Morgan's length, but if he was sitting here,
that would be interesting.
We could fit him into. We could Photoshop him into one of the
his face over hers.
We could just get a cardboard cutout.
We could get a cardboard cutout. Of Joe
I feel like
himself.
Joe though would like to hang out. You know, Joe's fun. So yeah, Joe.
Joe, come on up. You can move up to Idaho. We'll let you. Dane's got room in his backyard. He's technically building something that you could live in for a while, you and your family.
Yeah, your wife and 2 daughters.
It might be a while before that happens, but who knows?
Yeah, so he
does have a shed.
I don't yet, but
okay. I thought maybe you did. I couldn't tell. Your yard's so grown over.
Joe pulls off a bandana better than any of us. He always looks super cool while he's out there. He looks tough, man. Yeah. Like I'm like, holy crap, dude, this guy could beat me up. But he's a nice guy, and I know he wouldn't do that.
Absolutely.
I like his hugs. All right, Chad Marsh. How do you guys like the IK spray bottles? Got 5 on the way. Congrats, Chad.
Great choice.
As we all know, Anthony only has 1.
Yes, must be nice. Chad, enjoy.
No, they're good. The bottle's really nice. Like the bottle itself sits nice. I love the stability of it. Yeah. I like that it
very sturdy. Feels very, very good in the hands. I would say really the only thing that you're going to find, I wouldn't call it a fault. The only thing that you're going to find with it, with these sprayers, right? These Canyon sprayers that come with the IK sprayers.
They're not an IK sprayer.
They're not an IK sprayer.
They are working on them.
Basically, because of COVID, because of all of that, right? They're designed for the sprayer, all the parts, everything that they needed was basically delayed. And so what they've done is with the same fitting, they've included a Canyon sprayer. It's a star pattern sprayer. It's insane. It produces an insanely good mist.
It looks so good.
It really is. It's the most photo-worthy spray pattern we've ever seen. They're fantastic sprayers. The only downside is that because the IK sprayer holds so many ounces, right? It can become heavy. Yeah. This particular sprayer head, when resting between your thumb and your pointer finger, basically don't fill to the point of discomfort, and you'll be fine. So whether you're filling up halfway or a quarter of the way, whatever it is, when you start filling it full, you can notice that might be a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a little more.
Yeah, when they get to a point where they can do a design from scratch, clean slate version that's designed specifically for the bottle, that will eventually happen. But until that happens, the sprayers work really well. It's just mostly an ergonomics concern. So if you're okay with that, you're going to love it.
Yeah. So Aaron, and by the way, the Ryobi chemical sprayer is battery powered. Excellent. Got the idea from Scott at Dallas Paint Correction with Hyper Tough chemical sprayer. Yeah. So 10 years ago, Aaron, I was looking at the same Ryobi power sprayer because I was thinking, we could do some rinseless washes this way. We could do this stuff. Yeah. What I ended up doing was going to the Ace Hardware. I have an air compressor.
Yeah.
And I bought their $40 lawn sprayers.
Yeah.
And pressurized them.
Well, yeah.
I put a Schrader valve that I bought. There at the Ace Hardware also. Drilled a hole, stuck the Schrader valve through because they had their head, their vessel head you can fit your arm through, so you don't have
that's
to
a motion for
yeah.
right there.
So you can get that Schrader valve through, and then I just pressurized them. And the thing about the Ace Hardware ones is they were cheap, so if they broke, I could replace them very easily. But it was easy to just fill with chemical, blast it with my air compressor, get around, do all the cars we needed to get done, call it good.
I believe they call it zipping it.
It was a lot cheaper than spending the money on the Ryobi. But
I like it.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. Go for it if it works for you. I always look at things at cost per use.
Yeah, so, and I know I've seen some folks use something like a Works Hydro Shot or something like that. The trade-off though with that is you're pumping through a lot more product. It uses it faster. Yeah. Not necessarily the most efficient way. Pump sprayer is going to be better at spreading product out. The Hydro Shot may have a little more power, but the trade-off is you're trying to coat a surface generally. So that's not going to serve that purpose.
Yeah. So we'll knock out G, and I think we're coming up on a commercial break. So
we're going till 10 after, actually.
Oh, 10 after. Okay, then I'll just keep going then.
Yep.
G. Davis says, I'm for Joe Wetzel if he wears the Britney outfit.
Oh, my. Joe, you don't have to do that.
It would be nice. Luke Berge says to G. Davis, you just wait for me to release my crazy clean detailing tube top line made out of microfiber.
This is all just horribly derailed.
Luke is the one in all of the model photos, and that'll.
So anyway, Scoopmaster here is saying, I bought all my TRC on Amazon since I have Prime. That is why I did not buy directly.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better. I was thinking, what's wrong with
that? 5 years, man.
5 years.
Oh, man.
All right.
Jeff,
one last question for today. I don't have an air compressor currently. How many of each pad should I have to complete a car if I can only clean with the Rupes claw tool? I usually try to recommend, Jeff, as long as you're not getting those pads too hot, 2 per side, or at least 1 to 2 per side. So if you have 2 pads, 1 on one side, 1 on the other. If you're going into heavy compounding and correction and you're actually warming those pads up, better to have at least 2 per side.
Yeah.
So you can switch them out. The beauty of the air compressor is it helps cool everything down. Same with the pad washer. It keeps those pads cool because the hotter they get, the faster they deteriorate. So just be aware of that. I had a truck the other day that I legit melted a pad.
It actually melted.
Not to the car, but when I finished, I went to pull it off. Like I was hustling to get done with this last quarter panel, cut it, and then as soon as I got done, I went to pull the wool pad off, and it was a Rupes blue wool, and I just ripped the wool off, and there was the left of the blue, and it was steaming. It was hot. And I was like, oh, and then got the rest of it.
Chances are you're not going to be working on a truck like Anthony's over here. You're not going to be dealing with that level.
What's that supposed to mean, Dane?
Well, yesterday.
You go through a lot of pads working on your truck.
We did because we had to do a lot.
Yeah, we had to get rid of dirty paint.
Yeah, but your pad...
Not just because it's a big vehicle, but because of the
even
quality
on the rotary,
of the paint.
I was using a rotary and wool to try and keep the heat down.
Yeah.
That machine was hot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And those pads were hot. Every time I'd blow them off, they were hot.
Nick went through 2 pads. He went through 3 pads.
You know what, though? Nick did an awesome job.
He actually did a fantastic job. His eye for wet sanding was very good. It was
perfect.
He was able to get more gloss out of the panels that he did more than anybody.
Yeah.
So shout out Nick on the other side of the glass here.
He took it from a semi-gloss to an actual gloss.
All right. And then next up, I got to switch pages from the looks of it. We've got Despacho.
Despacito coming in. It says, what can I put on a leather steering wheel to protect it that has white stitched lettering? So you can pretty much put anything on there. You can put a conditioner. Basically, clean the steering wheel to the best of your abilities. If you clean it well enough, that white stitch lettering will still be clean, right? And then when you apply your conditioner, you don't have to go crazy all over the stitching. Just apply it around the actual wheel itself. I think that people, when it comes to stitching, they just spray everything on. You can. You're not going to hurt anything, but it may discolor it once you start putting your hands on it because if there's any oils or any type of... the conditioners within that might grab onto any dirt from your hands and then transfer to the stitching.
Yeah.
Dane knows what I'm talking about. Dane's steering wheel, for some reason, when that gets pretty dirty, we have to make sure not to overly dress that, basically. Yeah. Because it holds on to grease.
Yeah, you got to be careful. And I'm looking at Despacho Z34. Is that a reference to the Chevy Luminar? Or I'm just trying to figure out which reference that is. Or if it's just arbitrary.
You never know.
Never know.
All right, next, Alkaline Trio. Anthony, can your magic spray be foamed?
My O&R.
Yes. He tried to get you. You really had to think for a second.
I was like, oh no.
He's like,
no,
wait,
it can unfortunately not be foamed. I'm sorry. It's because it's blue and it's because it's O&R.
Turns out it's kind of a lot like O&R because it is O&R.
Yeah. So Jay, answering a question that we've talked about a couple times.
Yeah.
Do you guys think graphene is still in its infancy and that traditional SiO2 and TiO2 coatings are the better route since they've been tried, tested over multiple iterations? Yes, Jay, I do. Graphene is not technically in its infancy. Graphene has been around for a very long time. However, the use of graphene on automotive paint surfaces is new in its in testing. Now,
it's a new application.
Graphene coating is the same coating that they put on your pencil lead. That's why pencils can glide over the surface of paper without tearing it. So it's very slick. It works very well. But the paint industry is still playing catch up, and the level of graphene needs to increase to a certain percentage to be a true graphene coating.
At this point, you're still working with a ceramic coating that has a hint of graphene in it, right?
And that was what I wanted to address. The thing everybody gets hung up on is their thinking, because they get locked in by marketing words, things like this. Yes, technically these things can be true. It can contain amounts of graphene, but is that the actual body of the product? No, not in this case. You're still dealing with what's essentially
and the cost of graphene is actually quite expensive. Yeah. So the amount of graphene going into each coating isn't. People couldn't afford it if they wanted the.
Well, so Levi, I'm primarily Portuguese, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have a touch of Irish in me. Right?
This is true because we've done your ancestry.
Okay.
We've done your DNA.
And I have a touch of Irish in me, right?
Right. Correct.
I'm Irish.
Yes. By how many percent?
On
no,
paper,
I'm just Irish.
Yeah,
it's like
he's pointing
Mexican.
He's just straight up like if somebody asks you what you are, and he's just like, I'm Irish.
I'm Irish, right? And people are like, but you're primarily Portuguese.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm Irish.
Yeah. It's like me.
I got some in me.
Same
Technically,
thing.
you're not wrong.
5%
I'm
Mexican.
full Mexican.
What? No, you're like 3% Mexican.
100%.
Now, see, it's when you say full or 100%.
That is not true.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I'm Mexican.
Okay. How much?
And
what percentage?
8%.
Okay, so that's not enough to be considered Mexican.
Oh, okay.
So basically, the point
are you more Norwegian than you are Mexican?
Yes.
As am I. Okay,
do you get what we're trying to say here, guys?
So the point is the amount.
It can be true, but is it the underlying full feature set? Is that the whole thing? No, you're talking marginal differences.
It's going to get as more companies start to use it, the price is going to come down on actual graphene, raw graphene.
Yeah, it's
so
the way all
pricing is going to make it a lot easier for folks to use. Now, a lot of companies put 2% of graphene in the product, or even 0.5% or 1%, and call it a graphene coating, when there's probably more SiO2 in there than anything else. So it's technically an SiO2 coating with a little bit of graphene, or as Anthony said, Portuguese with a little bit of Irish.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's a good analogy.
I
think that's
a very good way to top us off right before the break here. We're going to take a quick little break. We'll be right back afterwards with more of your questions.
Thanks, Dane.
Hey guys, Levi for the Rag Company, and I wanted to direct you over to our FAQ channel. Now, our FAQ channel is our way of answering all those questions you had as quickly and efficiently as possible. The FAQ channel is very simple. From whether you're just starting out detailing, you need to learn how to wash a car, or maybe you have a question on what a rinseless wash is, or something as simple as how do I wash my microfiber towels, you'll be able to find it at the Rag Company FAQ channel.
If you're watching this video, you're probably wondering how long can you store Optimum No Rinse inside of a bucket for?
The difference between an open cell and a closed cell foam pad.
Should I wash my microfiber towels after using a spray sealant? So we're going to be answering that question and more in today's FAQ video.
Well, there you have it. Hopefully now you know a little bit more about the FAQ channel, and if you're looking for it, go to YouTube and type in the Rag Company FAQ and make sure you subscribe so that you'll be aware whenever a new video comes out. Now, if you didn't see your question answered, feel free to send us an email or leave a comment right there on a video, and we will be sure to add that to our next video. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and can't wait to see you guys there. Thanks for watching.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the promo for the Rag Company Podcast. That's right, I'm Dane Hennen. I'm your host of the Rag Company Podcast, as well as our weekly Q&As that appear on the Rag Company YouTube channel. Now, if you're looking for the podcast, you gotta head over to the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel. That's right, we've got a few channels, but if you subscribe to them all, you will not miss your Rag Company content, your Rag Company action. I know you love it, that's why you're watching this. So if you're not familiar with it, you should go check it out. We talk about detailing, we talk about cars, we talk about what we did over our weekends. It's just a chance to get to know, the folks at TRC a little bit better. Go to the Rag Company Podcast channel, go to the Rag Company YouTube channel for the Q&As, and just in general, enjoy, like a warm blanket. It's friendship. It's just something that you wear over yourself and you say, gee, this is nice. So we really want you to hang out with the Rag Company crew one way or another, be it the podcast or the Q&A. I'm inviting you, and I know Levi and Anthony are right behind the camera saying the same thing. So if you haven't already, make sure you go and subscribe to the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel, as well as the Rag Company YouTube channel, where we do our Q&As. It's just fun. We want to have you around. We want you to submit your comments. Let us know how things are going. We're all hanging out. It's a good time. And we all learn a bit more about detailing and cars in the process. Now, I will say, when it comes to the podcast, we're not just on YouTube. We're also on Stitcher, Spotify, any of your other audio platforms. Make sure you check, because we should be on there. And if we aren't, let us know, and we'll do our best to get on there as well. With all that said, we just want to say thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again.
Hey guys, it's Anthony with the Rag Company, and if you've made it this far into the Q&A, it means it's time for a commercial. And a commercial for what could possibly be the best automotive detailing interview show of all time, which is Wash Wednesday, where it's an impromptu interview setting where we wash cars, meet the people behind the cars, talk about the cars, wash the cars some more, get to know them, crack a few bad jokes, and ultimately end with a very clean car at the end of the video. So in today's video, we have Cody in his blue WRX STI, where we do a rinseless wash and get that thing looking pretty dang good with C2 V3 from G-Technic. So stick around, watch that, and then go watch the real full thing.
Hello, and welcome back. It's another Q&A Thursday. Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us now, we have more questions coming up, and we've gone through some Kit Kats and things. In the meantime, very important things happening on the break.
Dude, our production value has gone through the roof.
It absolutely
real
has.
Kit Kats.
And therefore, I
not
have
the
to
fake one.
present like a very important presenter. Use my presenter voice.
I was
convey it
talking
to
about
the
the
audience.
actual commercials. That we
Yeah,
have.
no,
They're
I'm
really
loving
great.
that.
It's amazing.
Those are amazing.
Was
Those are
that
great.
fun? If you actually like those, like they're ads, but they're for us, and we think if you guys enjoy them, we're gonna keep doing it. But it's a way to get a little break in, but still have something new, unique, fun to watch while you wait.
So I took the time do a deep dive into my emails.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I found Bait Addict's email.
Oh,
Did you?
He did email me last Thursday,
As
the
Bait
27th.
interesting.
No.
Oh.
What?
Another alias.
Oh, well,
Still Bait Addict at the end, said Bait, and the email address does say the real Bait Addict on
What?
it.
He literally has gone out of his way to
But a
make
different
Bait
name.
Addict
So-
name.
But a different
Protective.
name.
Wow.
so no wonder you couldn't find it.
So I was like, I don't see Bait Addict on here anywhere. I don't
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. I just see all these people who have emailed me.
So, Bait,
that I'm
we
going
want to
through.
help you, but at the end of the day, if you can't find it, it's
when
on.
I looked up Bait Addict, I typed in B8 in my search.
Right.
And I have a number of emails of correspondence from Bait Addict himself from the last 6 years.
Oh,
Wow.
my.
You know what I don't have? That email address.
Oh.
So Bait Addict created a new email, or this isn't the real Bait Addict. Because the
That's
Bait Addict that I
conspiracy
have
time.
discussions with would never change his email address to something different.
That is quite the caboodle. So we're going to go ahead and jump into questions now. So next up here on the list, we have just some confirming email addresses. Yes, we have that.
Yes.
Yep, we have that. So Luke Berge says that he needs to swap out his injectors on his truck. Let's hope it fixes my issue. Hope so, Luke. Then we have Nick Desmond says,
Yes.
LOL, I like how you had to grab the GSF to smell it while sitting there.
Anthony literally can't
Man, you
help
can't
himself.
read,
if
can
there's
you?
something that smells good, he's having a hard time.
So that from this angle, I couldn't tell whether that
Okay.
E or that S was connected. Yeah, dude, I have to. If I see something and I want to smell it, I am just gonna smell it.
He's just gonna do it.
I've pretty much taken that approach throughout my entire life.
We've walked into people's homes and you start smelling their food.
They're like, "Can you please stop?"
They're like, "Oh, is this a candle?"
They're like, excuse me?
yeah,
They're like,
that's my grandmother's ashes."
that is not a candle."
Yeah,
Excuse me,
and I
sir.
said, "Well, that's not good."
Well, that's a pad
it
also.
smelled burnt anyway.
If they start scenting
So-
the pads, something is very off.
Moving on, we have JD who says, "Hey guys, glad to see the Koch-Chemie in your lineup. For the Koch-Chemie FSE, is that coating safe? I know that it has lime scum remover. Yes, it is coating safe. We've been using it on Dane's car
Yep.
for about 5 months.
And I have Opticoat Pro
he doesn't
Plus
have
on
any
my
coating
car
left.
for reference.
Yeah, I know, he has plenty.
Yeah,
of,
apparently it's all
he has
gone
plenty
now.
of coating left.
No, it's there.
It's worked flawlessly. We have Bait Addict says, also smuggled bead maker.
Nice.
My smuggled maker is finally going to be in my hands at the end of the month, alongside a liquidator.
Very
wow,
nice. Very nice.
Huh.
man.
Next up, we've got Bait Addict following up with a very important
So,
question.
what was the reason to carry
Ooh,
Koch-Chemie?
wow.
This is
Very.
a fun one.
So here's the deal. So 4 years ago, we started reaching out to Koch when we heard that they were talking about coming to the U.S.
Yep.
And we talked to them about becoming a primary distributor. Jeff Hennen, like a pit bull,
Yeah.
has not let that go.
No. It's always been an idea in the back of his head.
He's always
We will
wanted
get
it,
them
right?
eventually.
And so we have done everything in our power to make sure that we can procure Koch-Chemie products.
Yeah.
And when they would take their steps to move to other folks or have other people, we would reach out to them and go, hey, look, we would love to be able to carry that line.
Yeah.
Jeff really fell in love with the product line, really liked everything. And then being able to meet everybody at SEMA again this last year really solidified his desire to want to bring on Koch-Chemie products.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that it's in Europe, Koch is massive.
They're
Massive
Yeah.
in the detailing sphere.
Yeah.
They're like the not to downplay it, but in terms of size and structure, they're like the Maguires of Europe.
Yeah,
in
you're on
sense.
like a McGuire's Sonax kind of level.
Yeah,
of-
big. Well, I think Koch is higher than Sonax almost,
yeah.
like in the level of stuff that they do and they provide and create. So
Yeah, because they're even outside of the detailing realm. They make
Right,
they make
yeah.
they make certain chemicals out there.
And they
that,
do car wash products, they do all
rust
kinds of stuff.
removers. They
Yeah.
make all these different types of dissolvers, things like that. If you have to hide a body, that's the chemical company you want to go to.
Their website is quite extensive.
it's beautiful. And so it was one of those things that Jeff has really been pushing for to get, and he's worked really hard at making sure we do the right things. And so now we have that capability with Koch-Chemie USA. our friends there, and that has helped us out with that.
Well,
So-
and I will say we've grown a lot as a company over the last few years. Just in
Yes.
the last 4 or 5 years, we are definitely in a different place now than we were when we initially looked at
Yeah.
them. So it all helps.
Yeah,
you know,
we were
growth.
really courting them before we even found out about Woolworths.
Right.
You know, we were courting Koch to try and bring that product here, and how do we do that? How do we
Not
get
that many years ago,
So-
working out of a garage. So
True.
You know.
Yeah. So that's why. So it's here. It's here now.
Yes.
Have at it. Get it all. Nick Stessman. Nothing.
I hit the button.
There it is.
There it is.
3D one isn't technically an AOI. It's a compound and polish, but there's no protection in it. Okay. Cool. Good to know.
That's true. Yeah.
Bait Addict. Oh, I think the kit I bought with Blue Beadmaker came with. Okay.
Came
with Uno.
Well,
Gonna
what
compare
a
it to
sense.
HD Speed. All-in-ones are an easy moneymaker. I like to be a little slower, bring up some real correction. I charge accordingly too, though. Good, man. Appreciate
Honestly,
it.
Uno's
but
like
I
the best
think
of
you're
both
gonna really
worlds.
like Uno. I think you're gonna really like it.
Not your average AI.
Yeah, and it doesn't hold up like HD Speed doesn't hold a candle to it. All right, Nolan Todd, my inside windshield gets a nasty film no matter what I try. Could I polish the inside glass with Clarity Cream? Any experience? You could try it. I don't think it's going to work. If
We
you're
did
like,
that yesterday.
well, we did the inside glass on Anthony's truck because it was
Yeah.
pretty bad, and it actually cleaned up that
There
glass
was
a
some
lot.
kind of film on there.
I will
Took an
say,
effort to it.
if you have like a dash mat, sometimes that off gases.
Yeah.
If you hang the trees like I do, or you put copious amounts of trees around your rearview mirror,
True.
that releases some oils onto the
Yeah.
windshield. I noticed that I have a lot more with those than I've ever had when I was using the wafers and stuff under the seats.
I like the wafers though. They work.
So that's usually where that comes from. So is usually if you're running the Christmas tree air fresheners. So, all right, John Favali. Any tips for providing coatings for dealerships? Some of my customers would rather pay 25% more to get it done at the dealer so they don't need to schedule another job with me after picking the car up. John, talk to the dealerships. If you're already in with the dealership, have a meeting. Have an actual sit-down meeting with your dealer and talk to them. If they're not offering any coatings and you can offer coatings, talk to them. Also, talk to your rep if you're buying coatings and you are an accredited detailer. So if, let's say, you're carrying G-Technic and you're an accredited shop and you're installing CSU, call the boys there and talk to them. If you're selling OptiCoat, talk to the guys there. If you're selling Owner's Pride, call Dan and those guys. Talk to the guys they will either help you or they will provide you with the information that you need to be able to sell these products to the dealerships. And that's kind of because otherwise, if you're not going to do it, they're going to be in there in the dealership selling it to the dealership. So if you can get in good with them and it's a dealership that they can make money on, remember, the key is not you making money; it's them making money.
Yep.
That's what they care about.
Yep.
So they would rather you make $100 and they make $300. That's what they care about. So if you look at it and go, man, I'm going to make $300 and you guys can make an extra $100, they're going to say, oh, great, thanks, okay. No, because it's not just the dealership. They got to get in with the service writers, and they got to pad the service writers. So they're going to tell the service writers, you're going to make $100 of this if you sell it. And they're like, oh, because then those guys will sell it for you. So that's kind of the deal. So get in touch with them. Talk to them. All right. The great Morgan McMurray from the Ether. Joe,
Joins
you
us.
will never replace me.
Ooh.
Shaking my head.
Strong
Wow.
words.
Meh.
Wonder what she's doing today.
Yeah.
Shaking her head, watching us.
Oh, she's
Watching
hanging
us.
around.
She is
just watching the
watching
show.
us.
Yeah.
Watching us hanging out.
Nothing's changed.
Morgan, we miss you. Please come back.
Yes.
Aaron's so-called life is 9mm short throw Brioche Garage G9 polisher. Yes, it is a short throw polisher. So for you, Lake Country CCS or Lake Country flat foams will work great.
We got John
again.
Caval says currently the dealer doesn't offer any coatings.
Yeah, so really schedule some time. Sit down with the dealership. Usually the recon manager, sales manager, and service manager. Talk to those guys about what you can come up with.
Yep. Correct, Sergio. 9mm is a short throw, standard throw.
Hans, following up, first Anthony's shirt got sold off his back, and now his sprayers. Poor guy.
I don't think
Hans, I don't believe those crocodile
dude,
tears.
it's not
All right.
fair. So
We got Details Auto Studio saying, now that you're carrying GT, which do you prefer for convertible tops? One or reg top? I would say
L or I1?
I1? I think it'd be I1. In that case, I would defer to rag top for, any kind of convertible top care, just specifically on those fronts. But that's...
Well, those two products are very different.
Yeah.
So the rag top is a manufacturer requested item.
Heart.
The other thing with the G-Technic, though, is you're probably going to get a longer durability out of that coating, that fabric coating, more than you would. However, it just depends on the top that you're putting it on, so.
Nope.
But yeah, I'd probably say they're kind of, they each have their benefits, so.
Followed up, Nicholas Holzer here saying, you're not spelling Koch right, guys. I wonder if he's saying you're not pronouncing it right, or are people literally misspelling it here in the comments?
Koch?
We say Koch.
Koch. You might want to check the website. Maybe. Hopefully there wasn't a spelling error. We've had spelling errors in the past.
Koch-Chemie.
We've heard Koch-Chemie. We've heard
Koch-Chemie.
Koch-Chemie. We've heard Koch-Chemie.
Try and steer more towards a Koch.
Koch-Chemie.
Koch-Chemie.
Yeah.
We've heard a lot of different ones depending on where you are.
Like
in
a
Germany.
light German beer is a Kolsch.
Koch-Chemie.
Koch-Chemie.
You got the Koch-Chemie.
Yeah.
That thing got a Chemie.
That thing got a Chemie in it? Yeah, it's got a Chemie.
Okay, now that I've opened up that can of worms.
Hector asking, just curious if Anthony's going to trade his Evo for a Subi after that last Wash Wednesday.
No, I'm not a Subi guy.
He's an Evo boy.
I've never been a Subi guy.
All right.
Oh, Vigor skipping that one. G. Davis, new FAQ video. Anthony goes full frontal into your smell holes.
Thank you, G. Davis, for offering
the
us
fun
that
half.
wonderful insight.
We are in the fun
it's
half.
the fun half. I guess we can't blame him for that one.
Let's see, Levi, what's it saying?
Oh, no.
Just started my Labor Day vacation. Caleb G. Cracked a cold one for the boys. I took my first sip, and then bam, Anthony said smell hole. And now I'm covered in it. Thanks, Anthony.
man.
Wow.
Oh, that is
Making
great.
the dream come
Glad
true.
I could help.
One bad joke at a time.
Aaron says, Armor All, LOL, rather have turtle wax. A.
Honestly, there's some good turtle wax stuff these days.
G. Davis says, Anthony is working with Home Depot on his own signature line of skin spouts and matching knobs.
For the real connoisseur. All right. Oh, no. This is all just devolved into a bunch of in-jokes.
Morgan said Joe can't take her place, but he didn't say anything about me. And then Luke says, Anthony, I will personally drive out there to help you come and swap it and put a compound turbo with a 5-inch straight pipe.
Luke,
Wow.
I don't doubt that. Like, what's going to happen, right?
You break all your axles.
What's going to happen is one night, right, I'm going to be in bed, and I'm going to hear some, like, clanking and grinding at, like, 2 a.m., right? I'm like, what is that sound, right? And I'm going to come out. It's Luke Berge inside the hood of my truck, right? And he's like...
And he's got his truck with a trailer with a Cummins all set up, ready to go.
He's already a donor truck, right? So
Yeah.
he's already got the donor truck. He's like, hey, Anthony, he's like, just give me a couple more hours, and we're going to have this thing come and swap.
You can go back to sleep.
I'm going to wake up the next morning, the thing's going to be done. It's going to be polished. It's going to have a coat of bead maker on it.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's go take this thing for a rip.
Yep.
Right? Because I'd rather be
Yep.
than stroking.
Yep. And stroking.
Yeah,
Understood.
so we got Jason
That's why
M
you like
here
Cummins.
asking the important questions. If you have a failing coating on intricate wheel that you can't polish, what do? Reapply over the old coating, or do you have to strip off what's left of the wheels? Thinking of CSL EXO or C5 on my rims.
Depends on where that's at. You can use a towel. You can use toothpicks. You can use popsicle sticks. You can use compound. You can do a lot of different things. The question is, though, yes, how bad is the failing coating on the intricate wheel? Is it actually a failing coating, or is it something else that's on there?
Oh, yeah,
so
it could be something.
If you got to remove that
surface
first, that's the thing. But if it is let's say you just want to recoat it, just recoat it. It's a wheel. It's intricate. Is it a show car? Is that wheel worth $5,000?
I don't know. Could be.
Is it?
Depends.
Or is it a Focal that I have on the Elantra that cost me like $100?
Sure.
And I've had them for 6 years now. At this point, I wouldn't. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
So, question is just what type of wheel it is. If it's a very high end wheel, if it's something you want to take care of, if it's what you want to do. So
very fair. Luke, don't be saying things like this. 2021 gonna happen. There's gonna be a glitch in the Matrix, and 2020 is gonna restart.
Oh,
let's hope not. Okay, let's really hope not. Katie Lewis following up saying,
she missed the whole thing because of a stupid work meeting. I guess I'll catch you guys next week.
Sorry, Katie.
Fun thing, Katie, you can just start listening while you're driving home if you want.
That is true.
And I took your advice, reached out to a local detailer. We are meeting in a couple weeks to work together and look at a DA for me to buy from him. Awesome.
Excellent.
That's perfect. Great job. Luke Berge, how big is Dane's? Oh, Aaron. How big is Dane's house? I keep hearing big garden.
It's not a big house. I bought it a long time. It was the first house I've ever bought.
It was a foreclosure, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was what's called a HUD home at the time. And basically it was
housing and urban development.
It was somebody who'd been foreclosed on, and the house had a lot of fixtures like taken out. But I went into that knowing that because I knew if I just went in and did some remodeling myself with the help of some family and friends, would be able to get the value up from there, and I'd be able to more than make up for what the initial cost would be.
After 2008, a lot of houses. Aaron, you're a young kid, so I don't know if you knew this, but after 2008, a ton of houses lost value. And a lot of folks lost their jobs, lost everything, couldn't pay for these houses. So houses started dropping, pricing on housing started dropping crazy.
Yeah. I bought this house 9 years ago, so it was basically the bottom of the market.
Yeah.
So that's why I've talked a lot about all the house stuff, is because it's getting about that time. It's
you
for the next round.
You bought it very inexpensively.
Yeah.
You fixed it up. It's like Anthony's Civic.
But I love it. I don't need
bought it very cheap.
A bigger
you fixed
house.
it up.
I'm really
you
happy
could make a little money if you wanted to sell it.
Yep.
It's the same kind of thing on a different scale with a house.
Yeah.
Unlike Anthony and I, who have bought our houses in certain markets that we don't
you love your East Boise, which can be a little more challenging to find something in a reasonable price range.
Right. Yes.
So yeah.
But my house also has increased in value.
Mm-hmm. So, they all have. Boise's a hot ticket.
But the
place
point
to
is,
be.
so Dane doesn't have a large house, but he is finally at a point in his life where he can do some things to that house.
Yeah, I still have a big chunk of the corner of the property where there's nothing there. So other than a jungle.
Yeah, but it's a backyard.
Yeah,
you live in a neighborhood.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you're not on acreage.
No.
It looks like it.
It looks.
It looks like it, but it is not.
So Chris and Aaron says, what Rupus pattern works best with Uno and the Beadmaker compound on hard clear coat? Probably the yellow wool. Hard clear.
Hard clear. I'd probably go with the blue wool.
Go with the blue wool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just stick within the wool range.
Yeah, the blue or the yellow wool, you'll probably get your best results.
And it'll finish out pretty well. So we have Jason M says, can you put CSL plus XO on PPF, or do you need to go with something like Halo? We'd recommend Halo just because it's specifically for that, but you can put CSL and XO on PPF. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just Halo is flexible.
Yeah.
PPF is flexible. You want to go with a flexible coating.
And Despacito saying that the Z34 is in reference to the Chevy Beretta.
Now.
Wow, that's crazy.
He is a Beretta enthusiast.
Oh, boy, I bet he loves that. So
Dane has to explain this.
I
love
have
Z34
to explain because
Berettas. Basically Z28s.
I'm one of those
almost identical
chassis code guys. Okay, so the thing with the Nissan Z, when I say Z34, I think of the Chevy first because when thinking of Nissan Zs, the Z32 and the Z31 definitely come to mind. Absolutely, say like the 300ZX, early '90s models, the Z32. I am well aware of the Z32, but when you say Z34, people stopped calling them the Z30X after about the Z32. I didn't really hear people call the 350Z a Z33. I'm sure on the forums they think that way. But I'm just pointing out as a very minor point of contention. I don't hear it that often referred to that way, so it's not something I would first think of
Chevy
over
Beretta
the
talk.
Chevy, which is much more prominent with the Z34 referencing. At any rate, wow, there goes Dan on a car tangent. In case you needed to know, I'm a monster car nerd, but like...
Yeah,
goofy, obscure stuff you don't care about, just so you're aware.
Dane, as a 24-valve Cummins owner on my 7th gen, I know exactly what you're saying.
You're just making things up now. Okay, so
Dane
now you got to see
that's one of the reasons that Dane
twisted
bought,
side of Dane's brain.
Just the reason Dane bought the Jag, because it looked so much like the Z34 Berettas from the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, and the Nissan Z.
That's an aspirational vehicle.
Like both of them.
Like a mix of the two.
Mix of the two. you.
Anyway, you've all suffered enough. I'm moving on.
That was great to see Dane come out there.
Yeah.
Lockie's Car Spa, hello and greetings from Norway, guys. Hey.
Hey. And G. Davis.
How would you clean Baconator residue off of Jaguar steering wheel in emergency trunk release handle?
Oh, man.
I'd use a little strong cleaner.
Asking life.
Speaking of a Baconator, man, that
Tough
actually sounds pretty
questions.
good right now. Heavy, but good.
Gonna feel about twice as heavy. Finish one of those. Mostly grease. Okay.
Aaron
so
says, in the future, the 370Z will be the 470Z.
actually, the next model will be the 400Z, according to what they're saying. But moving along,
Dane.
we've got Luke
Switching over
Berge.
everybody's day. Luke Berge says, how many Eagle blankets would it take to dry a semi and a 53-foot trailer?
2 of them.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, probably 2.
Oh, our friend Dan Pfeiffer.
Coming in late to the show.
Yeah.
Late to the party today, was out buying windows for my house. So here's a day late and $1 short.
You
Word up.
and
Fun fact,
Gabe.
Gabe, our director of media stuff.
Basically, he's the one who makes sure we stay on schedule.
We just call
We should
Mr.
make a
Garcia.
sign.
He's
We
in
should
charge
make a
of making
sign
sure we
so
get stuff done.
Ex-teacher, Mr. Garcia, right? So he actually just got a quote for his windows on his house, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how many Honda Civics I could buy with a quote for his windows?
3.
For
Negative.
reference, it was 13 windows, and this is a nice, modest house. This is nothing crazy, not
Did you go
outlandish.
for the crazy windows instead of the cheap ones like you're supposed to?
He
Okay.
went for good quality,
Levi,
eco-friendly windows.
I could buy 25 Honda Civics.
No joke.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
25 Honda Civics,
So-
also known as probably somewhere around 20 grams, right?
Does his house have new
Hold on.
windows currently?
30
Are they from
Dodge
the
Ram
original?
1500s.
Are they from when they first were built? When the house was first built?
Pretty sure. Oh, is he texting you right now?
Telling you to stop talking about his 25 Honda Civic. Oh, nice.
Oh, how
Excellent.
thoughtful.
So,
anyway.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I bought windows
It's like a
for
90s
our
house.
last house, and I had to buy the windows because they were windows from when the house was built in 1978.
Okay,
Now,
yeah.
My new house has windows that were built in 1996. They put those windows in 96. I am not changing those windows out on my new house because I will probably have to buy 30 or 40 Honda Civics at that price.
It's something to really think about if you're in a position where, okay, you think you could get something more energy efficient, save
That's
enough
why
on
when
bills to
Augie
offset the
cracked
difference.
one of them, I was like, great, now I have to sell a Suburban. I
That
told him
right-
that. I
that
said, we got to
freaked
sell a
him
Suburban
out,
because
yeah.
he just broke that window.
Oh,
He was like, he really did cry for a
no.
little
I
bit.
did discover a few years ago, windows are very expensive.
They're very expensive.
Very expensive.
We need
if
to
you get
learn how to
nice
do them
ones.
ourselves. Then we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
All right.
I could have saved myself
Here we go.
few
Next one
large ones for that.
from Dan Pfeiffer,
Yeah. Where did it go?
Bait Addict.
There it is.
I like how Adams marketed their graphene coatings. It's still a ceramic. RGO, like you mentioned, is super small amount added to the silica content that makes up the base. Correct.
Yep.
Scoopmaster, I'm curious. I haven't said in a detox with Levi that an ounce of graphene can cover a football field. So how much product does it take to cover a car?
Those are two very different
That's
things.
what we're talking about.
So that's why the amount of graphene in graphene coating or something, I'm not speaking for all of it,
No,
but
but
just
it's-
as a general rule, it is trace amounts. It is
crazy amounts.
very minuscule amount in what
And it's
is
crazy
essentially
expensive.
a ceramic coating.
and it's crazy expensive.
So yeah, you will
Luke
get some
Berge.
differences, but not that dramatic.
Dane, is there any way of making the podcast volume louder? I can hardly hear them when I'm driving a truck with two 10-inch stacks, especially when I'm pulling on a hill.
Sounds like a you problem.
Man, wouldn't that
Time
be
for
nice?
some headphones.
I know it's all about Luke, right? Gassers, right? It's all about that diesel life.
Oh,
I know what you're saying.
now you're just conflating the two.
You're confusing.
All
right.
He's on a diesel,
Juan in the
right?
morning,
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
who
no, that's what
I
I'm
have been
saying.
talking
So you said you
about
know that
needing
life,
to
but you're
call
not that
all
life.
week, and I forget. Juan, I'm sorry, man. I keep forgetting to call you back,
Aw.
and he's been calling me. I've been so busy. I'm sorry. Juan in the morning. Hey, TRC crew. Congrats on the Koch-Chemie loss. Looking forward to picking some stuff up on this Labor Day sale. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks,
Alkaline Anthony. My dad has owned a 1999 Dodge Ram since new.
Wow.
I'll message you some info
Great year.
on which mods will wake up that engine.
Those second gens, man.
Man, I honestly, man, it's already pretty quick.
You are lying to yourself.
First time he's owned a V8. That's why.
It's faster than the Civic.
My Sport Track felt about as powerful as that thing.
All right, keep moving.
All right.
So Ivan used to work for Optimum, now work for McKee's 37. So Aaron, he doesn't work for McKee's 37. So he worked for Optimum. He retired and then came on as a brand ambassador for Lake Country. However, he is personal friends with Bob McKee, and Bob has asked him to do some little side projects, come do videos and things with them to kind of help that little brand do some stuff.
So there's some distinctions.
Ivan is living the perfect life, being technically retired.
In his bus.
Driving his bus around, training, teaching people, doing his Ivan LaCroix training stuff where he makes money on that, but then being able to do some stuff for some of the other companies. But again, he's primarily a Lake Country brand ambassador. So pretty great setup, and I wish someday I could be in that same position someday. But I'll probably
driving around in a bus.
I'll be here the whole time.
Well, you and Green Bean.
Me and Green Bean. Doing trainings. I've got like a full detailed training center built out of the back of that little pickup bed trailer.
What if you just get like an international travel all in that same color, full size, like
detailed training?
Where's the bathroom?
Have you heard the good word of
bush over there?
Oh no!
Hitting up parking lots.
Spade addict asking the important questions, guys.
$2,000 to train out of the back of a truck bed.
What does Uno smell like?
Uno smells. It's kind of like tropical. It's like almost like an orangish smell.
Yeah, it's got a citrusy scent. Yeah, it's kind of a
scent, yeah.
Followed up by
Koch has some interesting products, but I already have new compounds and polishes to try. Is there anything specific that you really think knocks other products out?
Yes.
Microcut. The purple one that Anthony has right there in front of him. I really like that combo. That polish is really nice.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
it doesn't stain.
It's pretty wild, man. What Levi, we did a video on this the other day, and the amount of gloss. So it's kind of cool. They have like a gloss scale here on the bottom, and it's very true. So this product just pulls an insane amount of gloss out, and it's very good. Wipe off's very nice. Honestly, man, there is several products within the Koch line that are like crap. This is amazing, right?
Yeah.
That I was gonna say, follow up. You say crap, and then you follow. This is amazing. It's like, oh, you're gonna make sure and clarify
where this is amazing stuff. And so that GSF, I talked about the scent, right? But that is by far one of the most active snow foams I've ever seen in terms of the way that is applied.
For being pH balanced,
for being pH balanced. It literally clings to a surface when you go to rinse off an area that you've already
still
foamed.
Stuck on
it's
the
like
area.
glue
on the panel, and it's very strange. And the lubrication that provides is, it's just amazing stuff, man. But I've been in the market for a very good soap, and that was the soap that I've pretty much been dreaming.
You're
so,
very sold on GSF, yeah.
But that Motorplast, I think, quick and shines. Freaking fantastic.
Love Motoplast.
And then the FSC.
Dane's gonna put that on his couch later.
I'm just blown away by how good the engine bay and the Jag looks after you guys did this on it.
The FSC though, hands down, is probably going to be one of the most useful products within the line for anybody dealing with hard water.
And FSC is gonna do that. I will say I used P301 on a GTO that I did a couple weeks ago.
The blue one?
Looked really nice. So for some of those show queens, the cars that don't get a lot of, they're just a cruiser. They don't need a lot of correction or anything. This is a great kind of all-in-one product. And like I said, M3, I've been using it now. It's kind of my go-to polish now. Yeah. I've been using Last Cut and then that. But Fine Cut and that is a really good 1-2 combo. So they've done their homework and they've taken it to a science that none of us could ever even understand. They've thought of a lot of stuff. And when I've talked to them and brought up some of my concerns and issues that I've had, I mean, they were hot on the right off the bat. They were like,
knew how to address it.
Here's how you do this. I was
amazing.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure, perfect. That makes
Honestly,
sense.
it's impressive.
Yeah.
So
these guys know their stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right. Bait addict. I don't see it
coming up on screen.
Also, Levi, I just have one email for my bait addict. You might have gotten emails from my real email once upon a time.
Wow.
All I know is
I
have thousands. I say thousands of emails from bait addict, but this one
excessive.
Haunted you.
new name.
There was something
New
different
fake
about
name.
it, and therefore the search
New
did
fake,
not pan out.
new fake name. I'm just going to say that.
Wow.
Or there's a different bait addict. That's
You
all
just
I'm
can't
gonna say.
trust people these days.
If that is you, Bartholomew.
I know it's you, Bartholomew. Okay, so alkaline
Ezekiel,
topaz.
you come out of here.
Rufus? Okay.
Alkaline Trio, would Jeff mind giving up some pointers on yard design? I'd like to figure out some ways to make my yard nicer.
Honestly?
Yes.
Email jeff@theragcompany.com some
With
pictures with an explanation
Yeah.
of
Bird's
what
eye
you want to
view
do
of
with
what
your
your
yard.
yard looks like, what
He
you want to do.
could give some
Maybe
great
some ideas.
suggestions.
Jeff would actually really like that.
He loves his
We
thing
create a
when he
new
writes
email
an
for
email.
Jeff's design services.
Yeah.
Landscaping.
My dad creates emails the way sculptors create fine sculptures. He basically starts with an idea and then forms this
I've seen him take,
incredibly
4
long,
hours to write one email.
detailed, excruciatingly, painstakingly detailed, but it gets the point across. You just have to be there. He gives you all the context. It's where I get my problem of explaining everything from.
Over-explanation.
Yeah, lots of words coming out. So, any rate, moving along.
All right.
We've got bait again.
Just check that email count. It has all the old emails I sent about my Claim It Discoloring 2. Who is this imposter email? I don't know. I just showed it to Dane. He saw it.
Dude, it's...
Just saying, dude. I'll show it to Anthony later.
Yeah. All right, we got...
Scoop Master coming in. Esteem a good way to remove polish from a panel gap and hard to reach areas before applying protection. Yeah, you can. It'll soften that compounder polish, and you should be able to get in there with a towel.
Yeah.
You can also just do a damp microfiber towel. We've been doing it like that forever. So, 1 a.m. says Anthony house updates. The new
Wow.
This week I've had 12 security cameras and several floodlights installed around the property. Just peace of mind things to consider. That's amazing.
Juan's not messing around.
So I do have one security cam and my doorbell, and I have all that kind of stuff. That's pretty much it, though. And I have a gun, so that's nice. So basically, like, I'm like, okay, so something's going on out there. I'm just like,
welcome to Idaho.
I'm just like Frank and It's Always Sunny, man. I just walk out and they're like, well, how do you always have that pistol in your hand? And I'm like Frank from It's Always Sunny. I try not to have any desk pops.
Yeah, right. You don't want to have the desk pop there. That's right.
You haven't done a desk pop? Okay.
I'm kidding. All right.
Hans.
Next up, we have Hans Closen says Koch-Chemie.
Koch-Chemie.
That was good.
That's how you say it. Koch-Chemie.
Luke Berge says, just you wait. Text me your address and garage door code. All right,
I'll
Luke,
do that.
come on over.
All right. Then we got G.
It says, when I think of Luke Berge, I always think of clanking and
Grinding.
Don't we all? Okay. Then we got Mr. Love 0912.
Got here a little late. Could you go over real quick what you got in front of you? So interested. Mr. Love, we got the Koch-Chemie line available now at Rag Company. A good number of the products are available. They're also on sale, 20% off this weekend. Almost everything in the stores, 20% off. Also, every order going out gets the new Labor Day confetti sticker that we've got here, which is, as you know, one of the things we do at the Rag Company is we provide some pretty cool holiday stickers that everybody can buy and use and get and all that stuff.
Additionally, there are other tiers of giveaway for free
So not
items.
only after you spend 20%, if you get you get 70. Well, first you gotta you put
your code in.
You put your code in,
Yeah.
so you get after 20% off. If your total is $75 or over, you get
an RWB Cyclone Mitt.
You get the red, white, and blue Cyclone Mitt. Now, bump it up to $100. You get $100 in your basket after you've applied your 20% off coupon. So it puts a $120. You spend $120, put your 20% coupon, drops it to $100. You get a bottle of Clean Wheels and an IK Foam Pro or Foam 1.5.
Wait,
but that's not all.
Oh, you spend $150 after your 20% off coupon.
You get the G.
You get the G-Technic basic kit,
wow.
Which comes with G-Wash, quick detailer, and tire dressing, along with a gray and white Cyclone. You get 2 towels, an Eagle 500, and a black Creature, and you get an applicator
But
sponge.
Levi, are we still doing
right?
Are we still doing free shipping?
All
over
those are free.
$59?
Yeah, and over $59 free shipping.
What?
So
So you're telling me, right, that somebody could jump on board and say, "Hey, I want to try some of these new Koch-Chemie products," right?
Yeah.
And they add them to their
Koch-Chemie.
cart, right? and then they say, "Oh, I get some free gifts now," right? And they happen to score some free gifts.
Let's say they spend $150.
Yeah,
maybe 175. They pop in that 20% off coupon, bring that number down, and then they get a couple of them great goodies.
Yeah. You're not going to find a better deal than that, just saying.
So, and then you get free shipping, dude.
And free
Now's
shipping.
the time.
Yep.
A lot of
time
stuff.
to be alive.
Oh, no, Hans. Something about forgetting his chickens, followed by Luke Berge. Dane's house isn't huge, but he leaves plenty of space in the mailroom, which doubles as, hashtag
gangbang.
Okay. G. Davis.
How much did the value to the tiki bar, ceiling fan, and self-serve yogurt machine add to the Dane estate?
It was all going well. It turns out the appraiser is not a self-serve yogurt fan.
Oh.
All right, moving along, we got errands.
Try not to make me feel old, but I was 2001, so the house thing, I was only 7 years old.
Oof.
Yeah.
Could have been Dane's son. That's the beauty of that.
I was like 12 then. But
In 2001?
It's not impossible.
Or 2008, when you bought your house in 2009?
Bought it in 2011.
Oh, it was 2011. Okay.
I know, you're a little older than us, so everything is once again, kids these days.
In the words of Aaron's, try not to make me feel old, Dane.
Bait just making
addict.
sure.
Dane, tell us more about the Z34.
Can you foam?
Beretta.
Can you foam or an R?
Z34.
Curse me for caring, am I right? Okay. Katie Lewis saying, the detailer messaged back and said he will sell me a Harbor Freight DA for $40. I'm thinking it would be a good start out with.
Is it a
good
used
to
Harbor
start out
Freight
with?
Is it a used? Because
That's
you can
what
get
I
them for
would
like
make sure.
60 or 50.
Honestly, yeah, I remember there being like
But
a 40 or...
I think she had read, she knows, right, that the Harbor Freight changed. The newer,
It did.
newer
the
machines
Bauer
are different.
machines of
So
the
if you
newer
could get
ones,
some, get some pictures, Katie,
So
feel
she's-
free. Email any of us.
Dane, you have a Chicago electric machine.
I do, actually. That was
Yes.
given as a gift to me a long time ago. I've used it maybe 2 or 3 times. Honestly, it's very noisy. It vibrates a lot. I've used the Rupa's LHR 15 in comparison. There's definitely a difference, obviously price notwithstanding, but it's something that's good to learn on.
Yeah.
If you're just going to learn, you can't go wrong. You get the basics, you get the idea down, and then decide if it's for you, and you can expand from there.
Yeah, Katie, email us if you'd like. You can. It's our names basically. Levi at the Rag Company, Anthony at the Rag Company. .com, and we would love to see if it's an older Harbor Freight. Gosh, if they still have them available, I wouldn't spend 40. I'd just spend the 60. Get the little extended warranty on it, because if it breaks, you can just take it back and get another one.
Yeah.
But if it's one of the newer Bauers, then it might be all right. So, but yeah, I'd probably check Harbor Freight and look at what the price for the DA is right off the bat first. You can do that online. Simple.
Yep.
Luke says, Anthony, we seriously got to come and swap it.
Aaron's follows up by saying,
Bait addict, no.
G.
Forced
Davis
induction.
Says,
go
G.
ahead.
Davis. We'll go to the.
It
we'll
does
go to
on a
the real one.
Z34. Forced induction. Watched your FAQ about bead maker cure time. Have you ever run into certain detail sprays not playing well with it? Some friends are saying Adam's Quick Detailer leaves streak marks all over bead maker.
It does.
Yeah.
It absolutely does.
Simple. So if you want to use a different quick detailer, you can use PNS paint gloss.
No, it definitely does. I'm telling you right now. Ask me how I know. I just know.
Or if you pick up some of the Wowo's Quick Detailer, if you can still find it at some of the places.
Wowo's Quick Detailer plays well with Bead Maker, but I know that Adam's stuff doesn't. All right, so going down, Bait Addict says, it says, good to know. I'm still waiting for your Wash Wednesday with Levi.
I'm still waiting for it, too.
Oh.
All right, Katie Lewis. Anthony, what's your opinion of the 2016 Honda Civic? That's what I have, and I love it.
I think all Honda Civics are a great buy. They're a great
Except for the
purchase.
2012. The 2012s were bad.
What's that like really stumpy looking year?
No, that's different. That's the SI from a specific generation, the little hatchback.
No, that wasn't. The EP3 is not a bad one. The EP3 is a good looking car.
The one that's shaped like...
No, I'm saying that there was like a run where the front end of the newer Honda Civics in recent years were pretty ugly. Yeah.
Well, the 2012s were famous for having downgraded all the interior materials and not being the famous Honda quality. 2012s were notorious for being put together cheaper than the other ones.
Yeah,
and then they realized they erred their ways, and in like 2013 or 14, they went back to like upping the quality a bit.
Well, all the manufacturers did that because they all started using Yes Essentials fabrics.
Yeah, that didn't help either. And I've had that in my car.
Yeah,
you don't want it if you can
but
avoid
no,
it.
yeah. Anyway, back to what you're saying. Yeah, Honda Civics. Pretty much, Honda Civics, fantastic purchase. And you're getting great.
G. Davis, look for it in the first quarter of 2021.
Oh, gee.
That was a nice little burn. Mr. Love, windows are really easy to install. Well, there you go.
That is if you're using the existing framing. If you're doing something custom, then
he's not doing anything custom.
With enough caulking, you can get anything done.
Yeah, that's what I've always
said. It may not look good, but
enough
it's
enough caulk will make it work.
It's sealed. It's airtight.
CJ Byrne, hey guys, I used Uno Beadmaker combo last night and it streaked like crazy. It was humid, but would it do that if it didn't let Uno set up enough? Yeah, so here's the deal. So
that's strange to me.
So if you use the Beadmaker over the top of the Uno, you didn't wait your 30 minutes, and it was extremely humid. Yes, because Beadmaker doesn't like humidity.
Well, either that or it was there's too much Beadmaker applied to the surface.
True. So next time, try Uno on the surface, let it sit the 30 minutes, and just wipe it off normally. Then spray Beadmaker.
Also, are you spraying it on the surface and then wiping, or are you putting it on the towel, or like a combination of two? More on the towel works better in higher humidity environments.
Yep. So try that, CJ. Katie, Anthony, why didn't you wear gloves when cleaning your fancy
There were
truck?
a lot of those
comments. That's a great question. A lot of people wondered why I wasn't wearing gloves. To be honest, guys, there was nothing that bad in that truck to where I felt uncomfortable or in danger cleaning, right? Because it was my sister-in-law, I knew there wasn't going to be any sketchy things. There was coins. There was cartridges from vape pods or whatever the hell those things are.
The stuff on the back seat was caramel, right?
Stuff on the back seat was caramel. There was nothing else.
Some like
nothing really
spills.
felt caustic. The only thing that was kind of gross was, I believe, what could have been an old milk stain, right? And that was the one thing where I said, okay, that's pretty sick.
That smells.
You did gag
pungent.
a couple times.
And I did gag a little bit because I was in a hot day. I sprayed cleaner on it. It kind of got it into the air. That would have been more of a mass
It was
situation.
a smoky day. It was really hot, and the milk.
Honestly, though, if that was somebody else's vehicle, that wasn't my family or my close family, I would have absolutely worn gloves. But because it was my family, I figured, hey, how bad could this have been? It's been within my wife's family. I kind of trust it, but yeah, it's not a bad idea to wear gloves.
Yep.
Chris McCallum, I'm putting together my Labor Day order, and I need some thirsty drying towels. Our gauntlets, the way to go today. So, yeah, you can grab a gauntlet. You can grab liquidators. We've also, I believe, the new gauntlets. I'm not sure if they're out yet, too. The new version of the gauntlets, V2, Gauntlet V2.
Little
update is available. Also, I'm not totally sure yet, but point is, gauntlets and liquidators.
Honestly, you can't go wrong either way.
Great stuff. So, Luke says he's got to go for dinner. Have a good weekend, y'all. Luke, we miss you and love you. Tell your mom hi for us, and we'll talk to you later, dude. Hans, German engineering, gotta love it. Ricky Cologne. Oh, by the way, again, thanks for last week's chat with Color Lock. Lars ordered the correct Fox Red for the M3, and I lost it. Delivering it tonight. UPS is delivering it tonight. Looking forward to using it. Yeah, not a problem, brother.
Enjoy.
Juan, I keep leaving Levi voicemails, and he just never returns my calls. Maybe one day.
Oh, man.
I do. I have
Levi's doing you like that?
I have like 3. I told you. It's been like a week.
Man.
I've been missing out on stuff. So it's a hard balance. Hard balance trying to keep my duties in line.
Yeah.
Our friend
John Hole from Clean and Shiny UK. Hey, guys. I hope you're all great. Awesome to see the Koch-Chemie products over here. Everyone loves FSE.
We keep hearing that.
FSE's
hearing that.
It's legit.
So again, guys,
legit.
FSE is the quick detailer with lime scale remover. So it's awesome.
So handy.
G. Davis says, Mr. Love is also a bait addict alias.
Ooh.
Bait addict. I've been applying CSL XO for a few years, but I've always been paranoid about applying it to larger sections, which is why it takes me so long. How much a panel do you have to do at a time with CSL? It depends on the temperature that you're working in. Today, beautiful, perfect weather for us when we were coating Anthony's truck using C1 and XO.
Yeah,
I mean,
weather.
I feel laying down C1 on your truck, Anthony, I could have done half your truck and still come back.
Like I could have done that.
So it's pretty forgiving.
I mean, we were in
it
was like 65 degrees, maybe 20% humidity. I mean, we were in really good weather in the building. And I felt like we could have gone a long time. When I did other times that I've coated it's been hotter and warmer, I've had to do just a panel or less than that at a time. Like as soon as I put it on, I take it off.
Okay.
So,
and he followed up here.
What about EXO? Are you using 3 towels as well? No, we were using 2 towels on Anthony's truck. We were using just the gray pearls, and an Eagle 500.
Yeah.
So on Anthony's truck it was a little different. It was coming off very easily. It was crazy slick. And on Dane's on Gabe's truck, we did use 2 towels because of the color. It was a darker color, so we were making sure we had gotten everything, so we didn't leave anything. So on darker colors, I would recommend on the silver and the whites and stuff. We weren't having any issues. So, all right, Mr. Love. What is that?
Not
Do
sure
not
what that's
order
in
through
reference
Amazon.
to.
You won't get your credit. I don't know what that means. Bauer DA polisher from Aaron's is improved version to the Chicago Electric.
Negative.
No.
People say that the Bauer is worse than the Chicago
Really interesting.
Yeah. So.
Because I saw a lot of people excited, and they sold it at a higher price point.
No, the Chicago Electric's the janky, fast-spinning money maker.
Well, that's what I have at home.
Yeah,
that
it's
thing,
jank, but it works.
It sounds like a chainsaw when you
It
start it
spins
up.
dangerously fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit of yikes, but it does
Bait
work.
Addict.
Okay, so I'm going to rip through these because we literally have a minute left here. Ooh. So Bait Addict says just trying to get quicker, but I'm paranoid about missing a streak here or there on a customer car, so I spend 4 to 5 minutes on each 2x2 section during wipe off. I wouldn't be too paranoid, man. I would say try to have good lighting. Lighting is going to be everything. And then be confident in your passes.
So Bait Addict sent me an email
Uh-huh.
from his email.
Bartholomew.
The real Bait Addict, right?
Okay.
This is the same, but this time it just comes up as Bait Addict, right?
It really does.
The other one I had actually had a name associated with it that wasn't another. Like I said, there's 3 different people that come up as Bait Addict now, all from the same email.
Which one was Ezekiel?
Neither of them.
That's even crazier.
sketchy.
But there was
Wow.
Y's and K's in one of them.
Okay.
And there was T's and S's in the other.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get through these last
Katie
few
Lewis
here.
says she sent some pics
She
to
did.
Levi.
So Katie just sent me pictures of it, and it is the Chicago Electric version.
Okay, yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the one
The,
I have. Yeah.
So she just sent me these, and so
That's the one I was gifted.
That's the one. So I would
we
say
call that thing the grave digger.
so that is actually a really good little machine.
It is a good
and we would
machine.
say if you can get it for $40 and it's in good shape, go for it. Grab it. Know that that's going to be a 3-inch machine later on down the road for you.
Yeah.
It's basically like an old muscle car
Yeah.
compared to modern Italian
If you're
exotics
planning on
or
using it for
something.
polishing,
It's
though, if it does,
a little
I think
unrefined.
stock they came with a 6-inch backing plate. Swap that back down to a 5-inch,
Yeah.
which we do sell. We sell Lake Country
Yep.
5-inch
Yeah.
backing plates. That thing will rip with a 5-inch. It'll rip.
It'll
even
be a lot
better.
better.
with
You'll
a
like it.
3-inch.
Yeah.
Bait Addict
All
says,
right.
so that's what makes each coat a couple hours. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he also says, Levi, check your phone. CJ Burns says, thanks, guys. G. Davis says, put my Labor Day order in at 3 p.m. and got my shipping email an hour later. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
G.
G.
Hopefully
That's
you
because
got
my
some-
mom's working in shipping today.
Dude, she is, man.
Making
She's
a
been
hat
selling
out.
those out.
Yeah, yeah.
She's making me enchiladas on the side, and she's also
man.
shipping out orders.
Yeah.
I'm like,
At
dang.
65.
At 65, man. What an amazing person.
So
Full
Bait
of love.
Addict. Whoa. What's the update on the gauntlet?
Let's see what you did.
See,
So-
you've messed him up.
Here's
Move
what's
on.
up, dude.
It's called Move On.
Just go to the website. Take a look.
Just move on.
Jamie the Cleaner saying, go Liquidator. And then G. Davis, Jamie the Hurricane Cleaner.
Yeah.
My backyard's already back in tip-top shape. Awesome, Jamie. We're glad you're safe.
Mine just looks like a
G.
hurricane
Davis.
hit there and never
Not the
left.
first time man, they got
Jump in the
shook
back.
back of a Dodge. Hey, that was years ago. Don't bring that up.
Oh, no.
Bait Addict. Do you know that what CSL removal will act like if you're using too large of a section? I know EXO gets a bit tacky if you let it sit too long. So CSL actually, it kind of discolors. Easiest way to describe it. It doesn't. It's like a different shade. You can see a darkness from where the CSL was to a brightness where there is no CSL. That makes sense. So if you get a high spot that you miss and you go to polish over it, you've actually got to remove that whole panel to make sure. So
Phil Van Boeven, buy it. Trust me on this, man. If you've been eyeing it and this is something you've been interested in,
Well,
get it.
For folks who are listening to this and don't know what his question is.
He says, just joined. Can you speak about the Koch-Chemie finish spray, specifically around the lime scale remover? I've been eyeing this for 6 months. Yeah, so basically the FSE is their finishing spray, right? Think of a quick detailer on steroids with a hard water spot remover. It's a lime scale remover.
And it goes on just like a detail spray.
Goes on just like a detail spray, wipes
detailer.
off like a detail spray. You don't have to rinse it. You
doesn't
can put it
smell
on
like an
windows,
acid.
rubber, trim, plastic, you name it, you can put it on it. Best place this is going to be for? Freaking door jams, man.
Yes.
All the hard water buildup you've had in your door jams, right? This is definitely going to make a dent in that. Yeah. Especially on newer cars that have recent hard water spots, it's going to work great. I tell people if you have etched in water spots, this isn't going to do it for you. But if you have water spots that are new or frequent that have happened over the last month, maybe even within the last year, it will do some magic on those. So,
Got that. And we got Jamie the Cleaner here saying, yep, old Chicago Electric's Overbauer still makes for a great 3-inch though. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking 3-in-1. Okay.
Aaron's asking, did Bait Addict have a twin? I don't know. Bait Addict, thanks, guys. Hope you have an awesome day. Awesome, dude. Have a good one, you too. Enjoy your weekend. JDM79, have you tested Koch-Chemie's H9 and M3 yet? Yes. So I actually prefer F6 and M3. So I think they're like my two favorites right now of the polishing setups. So
excellent.
Aaron, if I have the money, I would get the G9 polisher from Krios. Lifetime warranty if anything goes wrong, and their customer service is awesome. There you go. Thanks, Aaron, for that. TJ Sands, how to properly remove water staining on a headliner.
Carefully.
Hot water or O&R is one of my favorite things on a towel. So soak. What I do is take a bucket of O&R.
Yeah.
Hot water. Pour some O&R. Throw some towels in there. Get them towels nice and hot.
Steamy.
Then I mean, it's so hot that I can't touch it, basically.
Yeah, it hurts your hands.
Hurts my hands. Pull them out. Wring those towels out so the towels are still very hot. It's a hot towel. Then wipe the headliner. That will help remove the water staining but won't leave another stain. And make sure you cover the entire headliner.
Amen.
The reason you don't want to use strong chemicals is because there's generally an adhesive that's on the sealing, and you don't want to loosen that up.
Yeah.
Katie Lewis chiming in says, thanks for the advice, gentlemen. I told him I'll take the DA for practice and then get a Rupes from Santa. Well, that'll be a great one. And then $5 super chat.
Yeah. Thank you, Katie.
Too kind.
Amazing.
Very nice of you.
And then we'll end it on Hans here. Says, have a great rest of the week, guys. Thanks for the Q&A. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Hans, for being here. And thank you to everyone else who's been here. Even if you joined the show late, we hope you got your questions answered. And if you have any more, obviously, let us know. You can reach us by email, the typical fashion.
Yeah.
Or you can leave a comment down below. I'll have the guys follow up. And for anything else, I would highly recommend that you subscribe to the Rag Company FAQ channel. That's right. I'm saying it again. You're going to go over there. You're going to type in Rag Company FAQ. You're going to find that channel. You're going to click that red subscribe button. You know why? Because we answer questions there, and a lot of them. And we have some cool B-roll and stuff to go along with it. It's nice to get a sense of what it is we're talking about. So if you have a question that you weren't quite sure if it was the right one to ask on here, look on the FAQ channel. You may actually find it answered already.
Yep.
And if it hasn't been answered, go to any one of the FAQ videos, leave a comment on it with a suggestion of a question you would like answered. And if it's something we feel we could really make a good video about, we'll do it.
Yeah.
So, that's mainly what I wanted to push there. And that's really it, guys. Anything left before we go, or just telling people the sale? How long does the sale run for?
Sales until Monday.
Till Monday.
Okay, so it's through the weekend. So if you're listening to this in the future, sorry. But if you're here right now, now is the time to get stuff for a very good deal off of our website, including the brand new arrival of the Koch-Chemie line here. So good stuff, and remember, the deals are there as well. You can get some freebies. Kind of awesome. Big fan of that.
Yep.
So,
and remember, you don't get those free things until you add the 20% to your cart, and it has to be over.
The amounts, the thresholds, the amounts shown are after you apply your code.
After you've applied your 20%. All right, guys. Have a good weekend.
Yep.
Happy Labor Day. Enjoy the 3-day weekend.
Stay safe.
Let's get out of here.
See ya.
See ya.